And here we are. Hey, everybody, it's Friday. And this is number 35 of London Calling. 35. This is it. We've hit that tipping point now. It's all kind of, we're going to go downhill now as we head towards 40. God, 40. I never believe I'd get to 40. But anyway, we should we'll be there probably by, I don't know, end of October, kind of around the Halloween time, the Halloween. I'll tell you what, talking of ghosts and ghouls and stuff like that, I built this today. Look at this. I say I built it today. I actually built it yesterday, but the video of it went out today. I think that's pretty corny. Look, the monster, or Frankenstein's monster. On a technicality, folks, it's not really Frankenstein. This is actually Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein was the scientist. But hey ho, it's a good family member, is it? It looks nothing like the scientist. But I'll tell you what, if you're into brickheads, do yourself a favour. Get this. It's quite cool. It's quite different. And I like it. I really do. Anyway, the review's out if you ever want to see it. But yeah, I always like this little moment just between you and us. And I don't know, maybe I should do the odd stream on my own. I don't think I've ever done one on my own before. Or if I did, I was probably practicing going live or something like that. But let me know what you think about that down in the comments below or even in the chat. So anyway, what have I been up to this week? You know what, this has been actually quite a busy week. I've had a little bit of time off work, which has been nice. And tonight, I am going to do my utmost best. In fact, it won't be my utmost best. I will do it, damn it. I'm going to finish this off. Look at this. In readiness for tomorrow, because I fancy having it on in the background whilst I'm building this big bad boy over here, Mr. Mos Eisley. I'm going to have that in the background. But I've only got a couple of bags to finish. And the only reason I come by thinking I need to finish this off is because, one, it was up here. So it's kind of out of headshot, so I never know it's there. And secondly, I was looking for the Joker. I was thinking, God, where's my Joker? I've got the Nabarkle Keaton and the other minifigure that comes with it. I couldn't find Joker anywhere. But anyway, I dipped in, and then all of a sudden I found it. And of course, it's in the bags I haven't built yet. I've only got 3 bags, so I should well and truly be able to finish that off tonight. But anyway, a little bit more on that later. I've got some guests that are coming in tonight. Solo Brick Builder will be here later at the moment. I think at the moment he's in a service station somewhere. Hurry up and get back, Solo. Carefully, of course. I know it's hell on them roads this time of night, folks. It really, really is. But anyway, let's say good evening to all you lovely folks out there that's out there in the chat before I bring on a whole panel of absolutely fabulous people from all over the world, folks, from Denmark to America and all over the UK as well. We've got Tek Studios. Tek, how you doing, mate? He's going to be joining me tomorrow, folks, whilst I'm building Mos Eisley. We're going to have a few people popping in and popping out like we do. I love the word pop in anyway. I use that all the time, popping polybags and all that kind of stuff. We use that a lot here in England, popping in. Got to pop in for a cup of tea. But anyway, we've got Brick Studios. Brick Studios, how you doing, mate? I thought you'd take a little bit of time off. We've got the woodshop teacher. He's going to be out in a minute. So happy to have the woodshop teacher back with us today. I really am, folks. Honestly, he's like a comfort blanket for me. He really is. I love him. Who else we got out there? We've got Simon Moss. Simon Moss, my God, you've been buying some good Harry Potter stuff, haven't you? And I tell you what, we're going to have to talk some load of Harry Potter stuff, folks, because I've been buying. Well, I wouldn't say I've been buying loads. I've said I've been buying a lot. We've had loads of sales on here. This past week we really have. It's been awesome. It really has. We've got Tony Raven McCullum. Hello, Tony. Good to have you here, mate. We've got Lego Boy. He's new. Nice to see you here, Lego Boy. You are most welcome. And I tell you, please do check out everyone who's going to be in the panel tonight as well. And please do check out all these lovely people that we've got in the chat tonight, my friend. And I'll tell you someone new we got here as well, girls and boys. And there's Scott Davis. I met him earlier on whilst I was doing the premiere of my he said Frank Sinatra. But yeah, Frankenstein, or rather the monster that is. I tell you what, it's a good one, isn't it? The Rat Pack. We're going to have a Brickheads of the Rat Pack. So I thought about that one. I don't know. That's my idea. Bugsy, my idea. But anyway, let me know what you think about that. The Rat Pack in Brickheads form. I think that'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra. Who else we got out there as well? So I've got Bagel Lover as well. Bagel Lover, I've not seen you for ages. But anyway, folks, do you know what? I am so blessed to have each and every one of you here. Honestly, I absolutely love it. I really do. And you guys and girls out there are the best. And I am so genuinely lucky to have you all. I really do appreciate it. I always will. So anyway, it's not just me that you've come here to see. It's all about the community, isn't it, folks? It's all about getting our good peeps out there as well. We've got Brickstars Wars Boy 10 just popped in. Hello, Brickstar Wars Boy 10. Good to see you here, mate. Anyway, I tell you what I'm going to do, folks. I am going to buzz straight over. I think I'm going to go nip over to mainland Europe. I do. And I think we're going to go and say a good evening. I don't quite know how to say it in his particular language. But anyway, we're going to go to the land of Lego, and we're going to have the God of Thunder on, folks. And he's a top guy, and I am so blessed to have him here. I really am, and so are you too. Anyway, give him a warm welcome, lots of love for the King of Thunder himself, the God of Thunder. Of course, it is the marvelous woodshop teacher. How you doing, my friend?
Well, good evening, Greg, or good afternoon, as it is in Danish.
Good afternoon. I can remember that one. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too, my friend. It's great to have you. It really is.
So nice to be back.
I tell you, we missed you, my friend. We missed you. I love you. You kind of bring a certain decorum to these proceedings, you do, and it's good to have you here, my friend. It really is. And I've got to say this: your beard is looking more awesome in every stream that I see you in.
Well, thanks for that. it just sits there.
Yeah, but slowly growing. Like Steve Reynolds' TV, I tell you, he had a big beard like this. It's ginormous, and he cut it all off. I didn't recognise him. I thought, brother, it was like some weight. I was watching on the stream one more. I was thinking, something's different about Steve. What is it? And of course, remember, he had this great big bushy beard, like an Uncle Albert. And anyone that knows Only Fools and Horses knows exactly what I'm talking about. It looked like that, and of course, he just shaved it all off. But anyway, good to have you here, my friend. I'm going to, or should I say that one over here? I'm going to bring some more peeps over. Where should we go? Let's cross over the Atlantic, shall we? Let's go right over the UK and keep going, shall we? And let's head towards America to a young gentleman who probably thinks that he's wearing a very similar top to me tonight, except he's not. He's not, folks. He's not. But we'll talk about that in a moment. He is the wonderful Titanium J52.
Hello, everybody.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad I read the DC memo tonight. That's all I can say, folks. It's how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well.
You are looking very well, actually. I'm surprised you're actually still in university.
Yeah, we ended quarantine this past Wednesday.
Oh, I see. Uncle Albert. Mood UK knows exactly what I'm talking about. So you're in quarantine now. So does that mean you can't go home? Or
no, our quarantine ended.
The quarantine's ended, but ours has just begun. It really has. It's going crazy here in the UK. Oh, honestly.
Well, we've still got like a fair amount of restrictions, but
yeah. Okay.
You know, we can at least like go to class physically now.
Yeah. So, okay. We can't do anything in this country. We're going lockdown again. It's all going crazy. It's at 60%. I don't know. Anyway, you put a bunch of people together, folks. Of course, it's going to be spreading the virus even more. But anyway, we're kind of in lockdown Mark II hitting on. But anyway, let's not worry too much about that tonight, folks, because we want to celebrate it's Friday. Two, we want to celebrate. We're amongst friends here in the stream, and of course. Get away from the real world, at least for a couple of hours anyway. So anyway, where should I go? I'm going to pop back to the UK. I think I will. And I'm going to go and see a man that is flexing some serious Star Wars set in front of me here, folks. He is the awesome Brick Hive Studios.
Hello.
How you doing, my friend?
Pretty awesome.
I'm liking the 1 3/4 minifigure you got there on show.
Yeah, it's only part I've got of him. He's a decal figure, and I haven't got any helmets. So on the torso and the legs. This guy I've got a helmet for, but there's still a Lego one, but its torso and legs are decaled.
Yeah. I'm going to want a little tour around this gunship of yours in a little while once I brought everyone on, because I'm not too familiar with them, folks. And the funny thing is, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, well, the UCS one's going to have to be fantastic, because that looks awesome and it looks huge and it looks like it's minifigure scale practically already.
It's quite a large one. The UCS one has got quite a lot of competition with this one. So excited to see what it brings to the table.
I'm getting excited just thinking about it, folks. I am anyway. Look, he's that top up. Look, you can't see what DC superhero. Hey, here's a question for you, folks. Titanium. I don't say this to many gentlemen, but under your top. Now, can anyone out there tell me, right? Everyone out in the chat, can you tell me? This isn't for the panel because I know you, Brick, so you'll jump straight in on this. What superhero is Titanium, and what superhero am I?
Okay.
All right. Question of the night, folks. Question of the night. Send your postcards to DC Superheroes, postcard, London Bridge Bricks, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, where are we now? We're still in the UK. So let's pop back over to America because I want to bring on someone, someone who actually speaks a lot of sense in the Lego community. Someone who came out with a video in the last week or so that's very much resonated with me. It really has. Anyway, something I'm always drinking, folks, and that's coffee. And this lady certainly knows how to pour a good quality coffee, as well as having a fantastic channel, of course. And she is a superb reviewer. I love her stuff. She is, of course, Cafe Con Lego.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Doing all right. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm absolutely blessed to have you here, Cafe Con. I love your stuff. I really do. I love your videos. There's the video that you did recently about kind of do what you want to do on your YouTube channel. That's very much resonated with me because it's kind of been a bit of a dilemma that I've been going through recently. Kind of how can I put it with me, folks? It's kind of my work-life balance. It's been a lot of YouTube channel, and I need to do more work, and it's just craziness at the moment. So it's something that you've come out with recently, Cafe Con, that's very much resonated with me. It really has. But I'm looking forward to talking to you much more about that as the evening develops and as it unfolds. I really am. But anyway, now I've been building brickheads recently in the form of the Universal Monsters, Frankenstein's monster. Can I see a certain Star Wars one to your left there?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, good catch. Oh, look at that, folks. Now, that is a cool one, isn't it? That, ladies and gentlemen, is Kylo Ren, and I think they call them the Sith Troopers. Not that they really had a lot to do, but that is a good set, funny enough. And I think the Sith Trooper in that is actually very, very cool. He's a cool one indeed. Just like the figures, folks. I just wish they were in the movie a little bit more. But that's another chat for another time. But
yeah, Greg, I've been in a bit of a dilemma here. I've been wanting to build, but I don't have any more space. So I figured brickheads were a good solution because they can just fit right up there on the shelf.
It's a space, folks, is not only the final frontier. It's a nightmare for Lego as well. I tell you. It really is. But yeah, okay, cool. Oh, here we go. Look, Cafe Con Lego straight in there. Flash and Shazam. Yeah. I love it. Great stuff. I tell you what, folks, you wouldn't believe the amount of people that think this is a flash top. I mean, I know, okay, they're fairly similar. I'll give them that. But I went to a DC convention once here in London, and some guy said, I really like your flash top. Well, it's not flash. He's a DC guy, and he's saying this is flash.
You think they'd know that you were Shazam?
Well, they did know Shazam. I mean, in the old days, he used to be called Captain Marvel, but anyway, that's another story altogether as well. Anyway, let's bring some more people. Let's fly back to the UK, shall we? We've got a couple more people to come on, both from the UK. One's very close to me. It looks like he's building something similar to me, actually. Anyway, I'll tell you what we're going to bring on. We're going to bring on a top guy, folks. Honestly, he's a breath of fresh air. I love him to bits, I really do. And he knows quite a lot about Star Wars as well, and mocks and stuff like that. And he's kind of, he's another one of those lovely layers that I love to get on the channel, folks. His name's Tom, and he goes by the name of Tek Productions. Hello, mate.
Evening, Greg. Evening, everybody. How are you all doing?
Very well, my friend. Very well.
Good.
I tell you, you always look so relaxed. The complete opposite of me.
It's all a facade. It's all a facade. I'm there like shaking when you just and because you don't give like a running order of who you're bringing in, you're kind of trying to suss out, is that me? It's quite obvious today, but sometimes it's like, that could be me, that's not me, like but
this is the thing.
It's always a pleasure.
Thomas, honestly, it's so good to have you here. It really is. I love you. I love Cafe Con. I love Bricks. I love Titanium. I love the woodshop teacher. I really do. Anyway, we've got someone else to get on very shortly. But honestly, folks, just before this goes out, one, I've not got a clue what I'm going to say, which is why I kind of do this long, drawn-out countdown. Maybe I should do what other people do these days. They run that 30-second countdown video. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should make my own. And secondly, I just look at everyone. Last thing I say to everybody as I'm kind of removing them, because we'll have a bit of a chit-chat before the stream kicks off. And I say to them, I say, right, okay, stay on your toes, folks, because I'm going to bring you in completely randomly. And it's just, while I'm talking, if I can hook into something about someone, then I'm like, I'll bring them in. Anyway, I think I need to get some more hooks out there, talking of which. To a good friend of mine, actually, a fellow London AFOL, might I also add. He is the wonderful, he is the artiste of this stream, folks. But tonight he's going to be building lots of Lego. He is, of course, Matt Elder, a.k.a. Family Bricks.
Hello, how are we going?
I'm good, my friend. Good to have you here. How you doing?
Yeah. It's been one of those crazy weeks. So it's sort of like, oh, Friday, good, finally, yep, here, back, ready to go, build some stuff.
Yeah, man. And you've been streaming as well. So am I? Is that because I nearly got this a couple of weeks ago? I think, if I remember rightly, this is the. I'm trying to think of the name of it now. The Batmobile, but I've got the name of it.
Tumbler.
The Tumbler.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
The Tumbler. Let's have a look at this, folks. This is the Tumbler. This is the one that came out just before the 1989 Batmobile. Look at that. Look. It still doesn't look to me like anything. It looks like it's going to be some sort of helicopter or something like that.
Yeah, it's one of those things you're building out from the shell from the very beginning, and there's lots of weird angles and all bits and pieces going on. So I think the last stream, I started building it, and then it was once we went off and finished that, I think I built for another 2 or 3 hours to get to this point, and haven't touched it since. So it's like Friday night, great. I can hopefully get most of the way through it. I don't think I'll finish it, but anyhow, yeah, it's been good. It's a very different build from the '89 Batmobile, that's for sure.
Here, I've got a question for you, Matt, and everybody else out there as well. And thank you to everyone who got the Shazam and Flash question right as well. Do you know what? It means the world to me that we've actually got people out there that know what I'm talking about on the same level. I love it. Matt, would you say then that particular form of Batmobile is what the Yoda Mark 1 is to the newer Yoda that I've got behind me here, where the construction is completely different? So it's ultimately a very different designer that's done it.
Yeah, it is very different. I think it's a similar sort of analogy in terms of what you're talking about with the Yoda. I think the Yoda, though, because it was, what was it, 18 years between them, it is very different. Whereas I think there's only, 6 between these ones. So there's certainly some techniques and things where you look at it and you go, oh, that's a bit flimsy. Like, if they were doing it today, I'm sure they'd do it slightly differently and make it a bit more robust.
Yeah. It's interesting though, but I suppose they've got to start somewhere, haven't they? Ultimately, they really do. I mean, I'm interested to know actually. Talking of large constructions, Brixo, what was your thoughts on the gunship?
The gunship, the UCS one.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it. I can't wait. It's probably going to be one of my favorite UCS sets, one of my favorite sets ever released. Probably. I mean, if it's anything like this set in front of me, then it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, just hope the minifigures are good. If the minifigures aren't good, that's going to be pretty disappointing.
Yeah, do you know, I'm okay with minifigures. Well, what do we think then, as a panel, when it comes to UCS sets? What's our thoughts on stuff like UCS sets and the minifigures that come with them? Let us know what you think about that too, as well, in the chat, folks. Because personally speaking, right, I think we were. How can I put it? I think we did well when the Millennium Falcon came out, because we've got an absolute abundance of minifigures, all sorts of minifigures. And then they brought out this great big giant wedge, which of course was the Star Destroyer, and they got these 2 figures with it, one of which had printed arms. I think they both had printed arms. Can't remember, but anyway, they were a bit mundane, a bit boring, very grey. In fact, they were more grey than this. He looks like he could be Moff Tarkin, couldn't he? Reincarnated. Or cloned, maybe we should say, for their universe. Anyway, what do you guys think then makes a good UCS set? How about you, Tek? You like a big Star Wars set. What do you reckon? What makes a good UCS set? Do you have to have fantastic figures, or would you rather just make sure that the main build, the construction itself, is special?
I think it all depends on what the set is, because like you said, you've got something like the Millennium Falcon that, although it is a huge display piece and probably could have gotten away with just having like a really good Han Solo, a really good Chewbacca figure. I think because there is so much interior to it, you do want the figures to kind of bulk out the set. Like for like Diagon Alley or Mos Eisley's Cantina, you're going to need figures for those. Like that, they wouldn't pass, would they? No one would buy it if they didn't come with like an abundance of figures. Whereas the Star Destroyer, I think the Millennium Falcon's a bit of an anomaly. It could have gone either way, but I think the Star Destroyer kind of makes sense not to have, because there's no interior space to it, so it kind of doesn't really make sense to have figures.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. And I tell you what, just picking up on that last bit that you said there about it not having any space. There's a magazine, folks. It's a really good magazine, but I never seem to have time to read it because I'm taking information in from everywhere else. It's called Blocks Magazine, and they do a series every month where they actually fill a section of the Star Destroyer. I think it's brilliant. So do you know what I mean? It can actually give you some other reason to get it. But I do agree, though. I mean, I think the construction is fantastic of the Star Destroyer. I'm just not necessarily so. That's the one. That's the latest one as well, folks. That looks like it hasn't been read as well as much as mine.
Yeah, I try to read them, but sometimes just don't have enough time.
Because I'm too busy. I tell you what, I'm too busy doing, reading all these other Lego magazines that keep flying out at the moment. There's another one this week. What did I do? I did this one this week, folks. The Lego Avengers. I got that. Did anyone else get that? Oh, you got it as well, Cafe Con, the Blocks magazine.
Oh, yeah, this one's pretty old. I check my Barnes and Noble like every week to see if they happen to get it, but this is the only one I've been able to find, and this is from 2019. Yeah, I think like December.
That's it. I thought for a second that was the new Elf House or something like that that's just come out.
No, this gingerbread. It looks really similar to the Elf one. So
I almost got the gingerbread house, and then I saw it. I was a bit underwhelmed by it. I was a bit like, a bit small, really.
Funny you say that. That's how I feel about the Elf House. Like I was looking at the interior pictures, and I was expecting there to be a little bit more than what there was. I feel like they put a lot of or they ate up a lot of space with the different like 3 beds, I guess, for the elf. And that could have been just one bed and then maybe a room in the attic or something.
Yeah, I tell you, it's funny, isn't it? How they work out. I'm just a little bit underwhelmed by the Christmas buds. I've not seen all the pictures, but maybe we'll take a little look later, folks. I know M&R is doing all the great reviews at the moment. Do check his channel out, folks. And I'm saying that you probably all subscribe to him anyway, but I like a bit of Ryan. He's a good lad. Anyway, woodshop teacher. Are you into Star Wars at all, or are you kind of like the Lego City dude here?
I'm not very much into Star Wars, but I do like the big UCS sets. I would love to have the Millennium Falcon. It's so iconic. And I have to agree with Tek. It makes sense that there's minifigs with the Millennium Falcon because you got interiors and such. Whereas the Star Destroyer or the Death Star, there's no interior, so why put figures in?
No, I agree, actually. Do you know what? That's a good point, folks. And that kind of helps me get over that little hump. I mean, it's still good figs. The figures are actually kind of, Tek, how much do you reckon those figures must go for to come with that set? I mean, there must be like 50 quid each, at least.
Which was that for the Star Destroyer?
Yeah.
Oh, easy. I haven't looked, to be honest, but yeah, they've got to be really expensive because they are both. It's 2 figures, is it? And it's
2 figures.
Yeah, Brick, so do us a favour, have a look online because he's a whiz on the internet, folks.
Yeah, I think one of them is the grey one. He's worth way more.
Yeah. Honestly, they're worth absolute bundles, folks. They really are. But I tell you what, I will say though, the A-wing. I was completely underwhelmed by the figure that came with that. I mean, God, it's just like buying a Resistance one. It was because I bought the Resistance A-wing, and then I got that A-wing, and I got to be honest, the figures actually I got another A-wing away somewhere in the London Bridge vault that comes with Lando Calrissian, and that's a much better figure to have got. But anyway, you know what? I love a good minifigure, folks. I really do. I need to talk to people about how they put them away. How do you store them? Because I'm getting an abundance of them at the moment. I've got some lovely ones. I mean, check out this one here. Oh, she's a favourite of mine. She really is. Look at that. Look, I didn't buy the set for it. I just bought the figure. Actually, Tom, you're into buying just figures on their own, aren't you? There she is. Look at those blue eyes.
Yeah.
She's got more blue eyes than Frank Sinatra. Back to him again. So I was going to say, I need to send you the details of that guy that I buy my figures from.
Yes, please do.
I know I will. I will. Just telling you from me, and he might do you a discount. Anyway, he's a good guy, folks. He's called Brick Dragon. Brick Dragon. So check him out. He's on eBay, and he's got his own channel. His own channel. He's got his own website as well. Brickdragon.co.uk. Something like that. It'll be. So yeah. Anyway, what we got there? Matthew Bill Briggs. He's in the house. Hi, Greg. How you doing, Matthew? I am doing a-okay, my friend. Even better now you're here. I really am.
And the prices for the figures.
Oh, have you? Okay. Let's have a little guess. Then.
So this is the Imperial crew member with the printed arms.
Okay. We'll start with him, right, folks, in the chat. Right. How much do you reckon that figure costs? I'm going to say 60 quid. Tom, where are you going to go?
Yeah, 60, 70 quid, I'd imagine.
Oh, it's easy. 70 quid. What do you reckon, Cafe Con?
Oh goodness, what's the conversion here? Because I was going to say like $60.
Okay, so that's say 75 pounds.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, that's 75, 80 pounds. Or 2,000.
The other way around, isn't it, Greg?
Yeah, it's the other way around. It'd be like 50 pounds.
Yeah, like 50
no, sorry, yeah, quite right. Oh my god, yeah, I'm thinking laterally. Sorry. Yeah, you're quite right. Yeah, it'd be like £12.50, isn't it, Matt?
I think I'm going to come and exchange some American dollars with you, Greg. I think I'll get a good rake.
Yeah, mate. I don't think I'll stay in business very long, though, Matt. So who else we got? So woodshop teacher, you have a guess. I know you're not really into this sort of thing, but have a guess.
I have absolutely no idea whatsoever.
You got to tell me this then. What is £50 in Denmark money? Because you guys, you're not euros, are you?
No. 50. You say £50.
Yeah.
And £10 is about 60 crowns. So that is 5 times 6, 300 crowns.
Oh my God, 300 crowns. It sounds so.
Sounds a lot.
Doesn't it? Titanic, are you there? I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm here.
How much do you reckon one of those minifigures cost? The one with the printed arms that comes with the Star Destroyer.
I was thinking like $55, $60.
60 bucks. 60 bucks. I love it, folks. 60 bucks. Okay, Brickzone Studios, tell us the price of it in pounds sterling.
You'll actually be really surprised. The cheapest one on Bricklink from Russia is £34.82 p, not cents.
All right, I'm not going to be skeptical there, but I'm thinking that might not be
Yeah, but
it might be laced with something. I don't know. But
well, the most cheapest one from the UK, and they have 27 of them, is £40.20p.
27?
Yeah, they got 27 of that minifigure.
What? Terrific. They can't be real.
Give me all of them.
They buy 27 Star Destroyers? Or
that's a fleet.
Yeah, that's mad.
You see them from the moon, that many Star Destroyers in someone's garden.
Do you think some of them might be knockoffs and fakes?
Yeah, I can't believe someone have 20. All right, go to someone that's got maybe one or two. It sounds quite reputable.
Well, the most expensive one is 128 from France.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do find some of the French bricklinkers and things like that, they do try it on a bit.
Or do they? Because I tell you what, folks, sometimes, right, Bricklink isn't actually the cheapest place to go. eBay is. The Unknown Brick's in the house. Hello, Unknown Brick. How you doing, my friend? Good to have you here. It really is. I'm loving your. I'm loving the camera. That's very cool. On your minifig. We've got Cy O'Connor in the house, folks. Cy, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're okay, mate. Hope the family's well. And so tomorrow, actually, I might as well get this out of the way now, folks. Give myself a little plug, why not? Tomorrow, without sounding rude, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming this from 2 o'clock in the afternoon, folks. At least for about 4 hours anyway, and then we kind of switch over and go to Hive. So hopefully we'll finish kind of early evening sometime around that. But anyway, if you want to know any of their information or anything about the panel that we've got here, the wonderful panel with Cafe Con Lego, Brick Hive Studios, Titanium J52, the Woodshop Teaser, etc., etc., please do check out the description below. It means a lot. It really does, folks. And give us a thumbs up as well while you're here. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you hop on and subscribe and become a big part? I mean it, folks, a big part of the LBB family. I'll tell you. I'm loving it. Anyway, Brickfilm_Ben. Brickfilm_Ben. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I'm loving all these people that are doing stop motions and stuff like that at the moment. I don't know if it's because I have this strong association with Brick Hive, folks. I'm getting a lot of people that do animations. I kind of feel like I should do some stop motion myself just to kind of get in on the act a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so what's... I was going to talk about the Avengers this week, folks. So I don't know about you lot, right? All you lovely people out there in the panel, right? But this week, the Avengers magazine came out, and quite randomly.
Finally.
Yeah, I just happened to be in Tesco's randomly whilst they were putting them out on the shelves. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll have one of those. And anyway, so I was thinking, oh, wonder what Avenger are we going to get on the front cover of the magazine? Well, they didn't get an Avenger at all. We've got Spider-Man.
Well, he was technically an Avenger. He got knighted by Tony in Infinity War.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was part of the proper real MCU universe.
Yeah, he is in Infinity War. I think they're on the big donut flying craft thing, and they're going to Titan, I think, or something. I'm not sure. Tony knights him like he's a sir or something.
He's certainly not a founding member of the Avengers.
No, definitely not.
Anyway, what I will say about him is that I tell you what, folks, it's got to be one of the best fold packs I've ever had. Actually, someone I thought was going to build it this week was someone. Hey, talking about it's just coming. It's just there now. Lego Fan UK. Lego Fan Martin. I was expecting you to do this week. I was kind of looking forward to watching it. But what I will say, folks, is that he's an Avenger, so I stand corrected. So thank you for that, Brick. So I appreciate that. I really do. But also as well, it comes with 17 of these web slinging elements. So it's worth getting. Also as well, if you could just see it there, I could just put my finger on it. There is the DC. I can take it out. It's a lot easier. Is it the DC Comics superheroes element there? See him on top of the web. Yeah, the posable web. There we go. Brick Hive Studios. That is it. So if you want to see if you want to see a review of the magazine, folks, I put one out earlier on this week. Oh, we've gone.
There you go. There you go. It's back. Yeah, finally
really
got mine today.
Ah, well done. So
I've been waiting for ages.
I tell you what, it's not a bad read, actually. It's a good story. It's an introductory story into the wibbly wobbly world of the Avengers, folks. So get it if you like. You know what? The irony is, of course, the Avengers started in comics, and it's exactly how we see them. So anyway, yeah, speak of the devil. Honestly, Martin, I was just talking about you, and there he was. And Martin's going to be there tomorrow, folks, for the Mos Eisley chat. He's going to be jumping in and jumping out. And so O'Connor will be there as well. I like that. Si, you have that effect on me.
What a man.
He's good. I mean, I'm missing you tonight, Si. I really am. But if you know the score, mate. If you have the invite, if you want to pop in. But anyway, the Lego Porg says, by the way, there is a stupid mosquito in my room. So annoying. Oh, I don't know about you folks, right? But honestly, I think all the mosquitoes are probably dead now, owing to the fact that the temperature in the UK has just dropped by about 35 degrees overnight.
Yeah. We have crane flies. So many crane flies.
Oh, yeah, getting loads of those. Or they used to call them Debbie Nordics back in my day.
Yeah.
But Woodshop Teacher, is it cold in Denmark at the moment?
We had a couple of days with cold, and then we had over the weekend actually some late summer, and today we have been drowning in 3 different directions.
Oh,
Wow.
It's been absolutely pouring from morning till night.
oh, yeah, we've had that here. Honestly, it's like 2 days ago, it was like a different country. It was like a completely different environment. It was baking hot sun. It was lovely. Today's wet, windy, and just frankly wild out there, folks. It really is. It's awful weather. But yeah, no, it's Tek. Do you work outside or do you work indoors?
Yeah, I do. Majority of the time, yeah, I work outside, roofer, so out on the roofs on top of the scaffolding. So
yeah. It pays to get that roof done pretty quick, then, mate, doesn't it?
We were in and out today. We were doing joists today, but we got the floor laid and we were gone. It was so windy. It was so chilly. But yeah, I've still not unpacked like my winter workwear from in one of my suitcases. So I'm still in my shorts at the moment. So I'm there running around trying to keep warm.
I suppose your shorts didn't get blown away. Well, that'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it, folks?
It sure would have.
Your shorts blown away. Jeez. I tell you what, you won't come down from that roof quick enough. This is what we do here, folks. We keep it real. We've all got jobs. I mean, none of us are full-time YouTubers. I don't know about Matt. Matt, are you a full-time YouTuber?
No.
No, none of us are, folks. We're keeping it real here. We've all got real jobs, and I think we'd all like to be Lego YouTubers full time. That's for sure. But the fact of the reality is, folks, because you've got to do this for about another 5 years to get anywhere near close to the subs we need. But anyway, about you, Cafe Con, you look like you're you got yourself a new mic there, or is that a new one of those? It's one of those kind of net things, isn't it? That kind of
the pop filter. I don't know. I was just I was trying to figure out what was going on. But funny story is, I bought it because I thought my mic wasn't sounding as good. But it turns out when I was recording, I just wasn't pushing the cord all the way into the phone, and so it was still recording from the mic from the phone. And then I went ahead and bought the pop filter, but it's all right.
Well, you live and learn, don't you? Eh? Loose connections, folks, honestly. Start with the basics. It really is. You phone up IT, they say, has it got loose connections? And I'm like, God, yeah, of course it hasn't. And then you rebooted it. God, I tell you, I made a career out of that one, folks, I tell you. Reboot it and then get out of there quick. But yeah, I found that in my new job, I tell you. But anyway, it's good fun. It is. I work in a great team. I really do. So just build it. That's a long one. I have to read this slowly. So right now, I'm working on my hardest mock I think I've ever tried. I'm building a minifigure even. God, I could get the word out of me. Word out there, folks. A minifigure scale Kentucky Fried Chicken, and the reason it's so hard is because I have no FFC prints on stickers. Oh, I see. Well, wasn't it? Someone enlightened me. Was an FFC sticker?
I think you meant KFC.
Oh, KFC stickers. But yeah, finger licking fun. I tell you what, has anyone ever actually tried to construct a set with greasy fingers whilst eating, I don't know, pizza or a Mackie D's? I had a McDonald's breakfast yesterday, folks. Oh, I tell you what, I had heartburn for at least 2 hours after that.
I built a set with greasy fingers, and it was horrible.
Greasy fingers and Lego.
Slippery. Oh, I built assembly square up there with a bit of greasy fingers.
Oh no, you got to wipe that. What about you?
Yeah.
Have you ever done greasy fingers and assembled a Lego set before?
Nope.
He's a purist, folks. He's not like us.
Yeah.
Absolutely a purist. And with the amount of kids I have in the house, there's enough greasy fingers without me having it too.
Yeah. I probably put them behind bars or something like that. But the Lego sets, folks, not the kids.
Actually, I would rather do the kids behind the bars than the Lego.
Northern European parenting.
Character building.
Yeah, go knock it till you try it, folks. But yeah, so I'm gonna have a go at building this. Look, I say some people say I'm organised, and really, folks, I'm not. I've just got a lot of time to do things. But look, I actually was fair. I was having an organised moment there. Look, back in the day, look, I even put a little tag just to show me where I got to in this. What is an absolutely ginormous, and I mean ginormous. It is 402 pages instruction manual for the Batmobile. Oh, it's absolutely wonderful, folks. Honestly, it's the best thing I've ever built. It really is. I think it's even better than anything I've constructed this year. Yeah, I've got to be honest. And that's saying something. I've built quite a lot this year, more than I normally do, anyway. But anyway, so I'm gonna start on this. Guys and girls out there in the chat, do you want to tell us about your week? get something off your chest. Talk about Lego trainers. I mean, actually, there's a question I've got to get off with. So 2 minutes to midnight last night, folks. I just thought, do you know what? I'm just going to try and buy them. So I did, and I haven't received an email or anything yet, other than I'm entered into the raffle. So has anyone else actually bought them here? Or
No, I entered the VIP sweepstakes. That's it.
Okay, Brixo, have you? So Brixo won't know yet. What about you, Tek?
I entered the one on the Adidas app, but I got an email saying I didn't have any luck.
Oh,
really?
I'm going to see if I got the email yet then.
Yeah, I missed the Adidas one.
Brixo, did you have to use your points just to enter? Or
You know the normal sweepstakes, like the minifigures they've done. It's exactly the same. Like you pick the size you want. It goes from like 6 to like I think it's 10 or 12. And it's 50 VIP points.
How many VIP points did that cost?
50.
Oh, okay. So
but you can use 750 because you can enter 15 times.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that on the webpage you can do that?
Say that again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Say that again. Sorry, mate.
Is that on the webpage you can enter that sweepstake?
Yeah. If you go on like the VIP sort of rewards program sort of thing, you can enter on it there.
Okay.
Yeah. I've not received anything yet saying I've got it. I think if you're a size 8, I think you're going to be unlucky, or a size 9 maybe. I don't know.
I'm a size 6.5. I'm good.
6.5. 6.5. Do you have a tack on that size shoe?
It looks like Brick Attack was able to get one and win the Adidas raffle.
He did.
Oh, did he? Yeah. But you say that though, I think Lego were probably thinking, right, okay, let's get some big Lego YouTubers out there and kind of ensure that they get those.
And also, Lego Fan UK, you could actually, she said something else. You could get them for 15,600 points on the VIP program as well. But they went.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Martin,
that many points sitting around.
Yeah, exactly. How much? Okay, if you used to quantify those points into pounds. Well, that's talking a lot of money, isn't it?
It's about 100.
That's a lot. Well, £100 is, I think, 10,000, I think, or something. I think, or maybe 12,000.
Well, they had £50 was 8,000 points.
Yeah.
I'll have a look at
So 16 would be about 100, but then to get that, if you're looking about 5%, because VIP, give or take, double VIP points, about 5% of your spend. So £100, well, what's that? About 2,000 you would have had to spend on Lego, give or take.
Yeah, roughly, that's not too bad, then. That's pretty good.
£100 is 2,000 points. Matt was right. So it's about £100-ish. That's quite a lot.
Anyway, we've got someone new. So someone's joined us. Someone fresh from the road to hell, folks. It's the man with the van. It's the wonderful and rather funny. The man with many voices. It is, of course, Solo Brick Builder.
Hello there.
Hey, Solo.
How are we doing, Solo?
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm here. I'm awake. So, all good. All good. So to speak.
It's good that you're awake, my friend, considering you've just got home. How was work? Was it an early start or a late start?
Early start, late finish. That's the story of my life at the moment.
Just the way you like it.
No, I don't like it. I need my sleep. I need to sleep. Yeah.
How's it going anyway? Have you had your dinner yet, or have you just literally got home and jumped in?
I've just slammed my face against the wall because I run in here so far. Set up, bosh. Right, here we go. Let's get the stream going. I'm late enough as it is. I'll eat later on.
A true professional, folks. He really is, isn't he?
I'm only 45 minutes late, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think this is the first stream I've ever done. So what are we on, 35 now? It's the first one you've actually not been here and joined me from the beginning on.
I know, yeah. I was sitting in my van driving back and I was like, my God, this feels really, really weird. Like listening to you give out I was like, oh, I'm not in it.
I know, it's really weird. I could have introduced you as the man in a van at the moment, I suppose.
Yeah.
But no, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh.
Solo, have you actually bought anything this week? Because is it me? I know Matt's clocked it, but there's a lot of sales stuff on this week.
There's a hell of a lot of sales on. Yeah, but
Loads.
no, I had no time in the world to go out and buy anything at the moment. So yeah, so at the moment, no. Mate, if the deals are still going next week, I'm going to try and spot some time off and try and go out and get some of these lovely, tasty deals.
I bought too much on those deals. So many good ones.
There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good ones. I mean,
Way too many.
I'm definitely going to be buying one of those, the Sif Art anyway. I'm going to gotta get my hands on one of those.
Is that from Argos Solo you're buying it
yeah,
from?
yeah. Argos, yeah. Unless they always decide to drop it down in price, but
John Lewis have price matched a lot of Argos, and if you spend over 200, I think if you spend over 80, you get a further 15% off, or if you spend over 200, you get 20% off.
Yeah, I did that.
Their John Lewis partner program thing, their like membership thing, but it's like free to join.
I did that like ages ago. I got loads set for Christmas.
So that's something to look at if you are thinking about buying anything at the moment, just to sort of cross-reference that. I think you can get like the obviously assuming you spend over £200, you can get the National Geographic, the big boat, for like £80 now, which I think is like a really good deal.
£80?
Yeah.
You can get the pirate ship, the creator one, for 60 at the moment.
And then take the 20% off because John Lewis price matched that, I think. So you get it for like 52, but that's sold out now, I think.
I got a pirate ship from Argos.
Nice.
So,
that is a great ship, by the way. The 3-in-1, I think
Can't wait.
really good.
I gotta wait though. Can't have it.
Hey, we've got Brick Hive in the house, folks. Hey, Brick Hive, how you doing, Brandon?
Oh, hey.
I was up at 5:30 this morning watching him. That was a funny stream, Hive. That really was. You guys crack me up. But yeah, what did I get this week? I got some Harry Potter. I was in Tesco's. That was it. What's his name? He's in there as well. Simon was in there as well. So I got there was like loads of money off of all the Harry Potter sets, like 33% off. So I bought a few Harry Potter sets, and I was sent some messages. And what else did I get? Harry Potter. I think I just bought Harry Potter stuff. Oh, that was it. Yeah, I got the night bus. The night bus for like £22.
Good deal.
Really good price drop. And there was another one as well.
That's down to like 33, is it?
30, yeah, I think it was 33, but it's £45 or something like that. Yeah. And that comes with buckbeak and a light pick as well.
The other thing you got to watch out for Tesco's. There's one thing I did notice with them is obviously they're doing this club card reward thing now, aren't they? So if you've got a club card, they knock some money off when you buy stuff. And believe it or not, I was over at Tesco's extra one. So for everyone doesn't know what that is, that's a big Tesco's for us. And they had Tech, you would absolutely love this. They had the only one left, 501st Battle Pack on there, £25. But if you have a club card, it's 18 quid.
Oh my god, that's mad!
That's game changing. That's game changing. Right, guys, I got
I got to tell you though, Tech, it was quite a few miles away from where you are.
Yeah. Oh man!
I was looking at it. I was like, oh, do I want it? Do I not? Do I not? I just kind of like. I was unfortunately for me, my stomach kind of ended up taking over. Unfortunately, so I was like, no, go get sandwich. Come back to it later on. Came back to it and it was gone.
Right. I was going to say you went to the toilet or something.
I left that bit out. I was trying to be polite, but yeah, there was the point of breaking bowl.
I've got Roadrunner in the house. Hey, Roadrunner, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, Road. How's it going?
He knows a bit about Star Wars, folks.
He premiered a new video before the stream. It's Galaxy's Edge sort of thing.
Oh, no, I've not seen it. I know he sometimes does was he a premiere for it, so?
Yeah, it was like his Galaxy's Edge project Doc Onder's exterior.
Doc Onder's. Oh, cool. That sounds good. Let us know a little bit about it, Rogue, if you want to chat about it, because they're funny. Just to give you a little bit of background about Roadrunner, folks, he's building a kind of a modulation of Galaxy's Edge at the moment. I think is it a collaboration, Rogue, with Brick in it? I can't remember. I know it was, but I just wondered if it still is. But yeah, so that's all coming together rather well. Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Keep up the good work. I don't always get so quite often. I tune into other people's channels, but I can't always get the premiere just before I'm setting up my own stuff, folks. So believe it or not, I do slightly plan these things. But yeah, Just Build It says, got to go now. I need to get my stream all set up. Oh, okay, Just Build It. Have a good stream, my friend. Have a good one, my friend. And we've got a tease is saying, hi, Road Runner. How are you? And Mr. Berry saying the most infamous of lions. What's up, Doc? And we've got one goes and one comes in. Rise of the Brick. He's back. Yep, it's a collab. Here we go.
Hey, Rise.
Released the fourth update. Oh, good stuff. I will watch that tomorrow. I'll probably watch that tomorrow. So, what do you? I'm interested in what people think about this giant Mos Eisley set, Cafe Con Lego. Now, you're one. You love a big set, especially these big Technic sets you've been building recently. What do you think of a big Lego set like this big bad boy over here, the mighty Mos Eisley?
I like it. I think it looks cute. I don't know if that makes the Star Wars fans cringe to call it cute, but yeah. Yeah, I like buildings and things, especially when you can allow minifigures to come alive and, like, I don't know, bring light into a situation. My only thing was, to my understanding, a lot of the minifigures aren't exclusive to the set.
No. There's a few in there that aren't, but there's quite a few that are. I mean, there's 21 minifigures, I think.
I think it's almost like half of them are exclusive, the other half ain't.
Okay, half and half. Okay.
You got your Han Solos, you got your Greedos, you got your Luke Skywalkers, you got your traditional ones, but then obviously, I think the band members, I think they've only been done once before. So yeah, they are still relatively quite a rare minifigures, and then obviously you got all the extra background people to go with it, which no one's ever done before. So good on them. Yeah, so there's quite a few exclusive ones in there.
Yeah, so that does make it seem nicer now.
Yeah.
Is that tempted you now, CC? Has it tempted you?
It does slightly, but I'm more of a Harry Potter fan, so I gotta get the Diagon Alley first.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. If you're a Harry Potter fan, the Diagon Alley is the set to get. It really is. Actually, there's quite a few people around that have been building it recently. With Sarah Starbricks, has she finished her one yet, solo?
No, I don't think so. Not yet. No, I think she's got one little more build to do on it, and then I think she's sorted on it. She's cracking through it really fast, though.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
But you know what it's like, though, Greg, when you're hosting a stream, you open up a bag and all intentions in the world to start building something, and then, well, you just end up start chatting, don't you?
Well, you do, but tomorrow's going to be a big one, folks. We're building it pretty much all day long. I will be. Look at. I tell you what, Solo, have you bought this set yet?
Nah, not yet. Yeah, because it is big. Because I'm kind of tempted to kind of like hold some money back, buy that one, because I bet that's going to be retiring at some point. My missus keeps telling me I've got no room for it. I will have room for it.
You can buy it, build it, and when we move house, because this house is on the market, I will snap it before it all goes down.
There you go. Did anyone catch that?
Reiterate what she said, Solo. But say like she said it. Not like you're interpreting it.
I don't know whether I'm going to be able to say it exactly how she said it.
Yeah, don't get him in trouble, Greg.
I can build it, but when we move house, I'm going to smash it. Does that sound like it?
And there we are, folks. A beautiful dramatisation from Solo. The many voices of Solo Victoria. So Solo, are you moving yet? What it feels like it's like a very fluid thing. You in this moving house.
Yeah. Got to be patient at the moment. We've got to be patient. Yeah, there's been some drama in the background, unfortunately. So it's put a lot of things on hold, but a lot of things have been put away. So yeah, what's behind me now? I know obviously you can't see it because I'm still in my workwear, but yeah, basically what's behind me is all that's going to be left, unfortunately, which is director's chronic. Just a couple of shuttles and another Lego set.
Oh, yeah, you look like you just started out in the world of Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, I look poor in my Star Wars collection now. I feel like the noob now. But it's all good. But when you look around the corner, though, you think, hang on a second.
It's cool, man. So, what's your teacher? What are you actually building? You look like one of the few of us tonight that's actually building something.
No, I'm not building. I'm sorting.
Man, I've got lots of sorting to do, actually.
Lots of time I would have built something.
You talked about buying the cantina and what people have bought and so. And I actually this week, just the other day, I squandered the next 6 months budget.
6 months?
Yeah.
What did you buy?
I bought approximately 150 kilos of used Lego.
Holy
blimey!
So what?
Up in a room, wouldn't it?
Insane.
It's on my Insta. There's a picture of the boxes.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to look this up. So I can't even imagine it. It's so big. It'd be like that. It'd be like Star Trek 4, the Voyage Home, or something like that. Where you're getting he's getting like a giant container of Lego. Let's take a look on Instagram. Blimey, that is a lot of money. So why did you blow all the money on that? Are you going to be building some ginormous city from it?
Tell you what, Greg. Greg, I can put it on the screen if you want. Everyone can see it. Just do that. There you go. Bosh bosh.
I'll put you on solo.
Get that out.
No, the story is that a friend of my son heard about me doing these Lego videos and such, and he said, "Well, we got some used Lego for sale." And when he heard the price, he said, "Okay, he would do that." Then I saw the Facebook post and thought, "Okay, that's actually a little more than I bargained for." But nevertheless, he and his father delivered just the other day.
That is an incredible amount of Lego. That is wow.
So, you got a picture?
Is it not up?
No.
No.
Can't say
Put
it.
your webcam on.
I've got to have that on, have I?
That's it.
Solo's had a haircut.
Yeah. I think you might have even had a shave there as well.
No, I haven't.
There he is. It's on. He's put some hair product in his hair. He's been to
For once, I thought I'd be trying to be a bit more trendier today.
Man,
he showed up fashionably late, so we all noticed his haircut. And his,
that's why it's late, folks. To the motorway, get the haircut. What was show us the picture? Show us the picture.
I've got it on sharing screen. It's down here in my corner. I don't know why it's not coming up.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I need to scroll down to it. Then it's okay. Cool. Here we go. Let's add this to stream. There we go.
There you go.
Good. I'll tell you what, you've got some good containers in that as well.
Yeah.
It's going to take you a year to sort it.
It is mad. There's so much there.
I think that would take most of my life.
I think that would take a long time.
I know that usually I would say that a gentleman doesn't talk about money. But I will reveal that I paid approximately £4 per kilo.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good.
That is good, yeah. That's really, really good. Awesome, mate. Awesome. I tell you what, well, it's a good job we haven't got no gentleman on this stream, that's for sure. Anyway, so, like, Solo, how are you doing anyway? Yeah, don't tell her. That's probably the best thing. That's my policy anyway. Within reason anyway, folks. Believe me. I'm always trying to get stuff up here. So Solo, how's your week been then? You're the last coming here. Oh, I've dropped something.
Very busy. Very busy. I was even late to my own stream on Wednesday as well. It's a bit, yeah.
I thought he wasn't going to stream for a moment.
Yeah, it was probably about 5 minutes away from not streaming at all. So, it's been hectic. It's really been one of those kind of weeks where you either get home or you don't. It's quite literally been like that. Yeah. So well, you can sleep in your van. We can we can see if there's a hotel open, or just drive through the night, get home, and then you still got work in the morning. So yeah, it's been one of those weeks, and today was one of them. It's just
sounds like a tough one, mate.
It has been tough. It's been very, very tough. There's been a lot of sleep deprived, feeling very sleep deprived. There's not enough coffee in the world at the moment that's going to keep me awake from tonight. My head's going to hit that pillow. Bosh. That is going to be it. It's like a nuclear warhead could go on outside my door. Not even going to care. Don't care. Burger my place. I'm going to be asleep.
We've got some quite cool stuff coming out this weekend. Because you're streaming with me tomorrow at some point, aren't you? And
then,
I'll
be in and out of it. Yeah,
that's cool. It's an all day one, folks. So I don't expect it might be there all day. Tek's going to be there. What's the other thing? Oh, we've got 2x2 coming out on Sunday, haven't we?
Amen. Yeah. Everyone check that out.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Look forward to that, folks. That's going to be on Coconut Studios, Brick's channel.
Coconut Brick Studios, yeah.
It comes out on Sunday. He's messaged you today, actually, just to ask if you've got any to send to.
I haven't even looked at my phone yet, so yeah. I'm guessing he wants the photos. I haven't had time to send anything over to him. So
honestly, folks, you message him, right? You message Solo Brick Builder, he gets back to you in about 5 days. It's like, my mum's even quicker than that. It is. Honestly, she hasn't got a clue what she's doing.
So I'm pretty sure Coconut Bricks just hit 1,000 subscribers.
I think
he just did. Really awesome.
Oh, well done, Coconut Studios.
Yeah.
He's a good lad. He actually said by about Sunday, he said he should actually be hitting about 1,000. I think I hit 750 this week, folks. So come on, I'm getting there. Get me to 1,000. Then I can do. I got £100 giveaway. Then I can do. Here's the thing, right? What should I do, right? So I hit 1,000 subscribers at some point, maybe around Christmas time. I don't know whenever it happens. And so I'm going to do £100. Now, should I do it? And let me know what you think about this in the chat, folks. Should I do £100, winner takes all, or should I split it 3 ways? £50 and £225.
Winner takes all.
All right, so Brickstone Records winner takes all. Tek, you're always doing these sort of things. What do you?
I think spread it out. I think if you're trying to get. I think it's not a contest, as in like someone's going to come and do something.
No.
It's going to be a giveaway. And I think you want to. The reason you're doing it, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is to give back to the people that watch your channel. So I guess it makes sense to give back to as many people as possible, rather than just one person.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Basically, all it's going to be, folks, I'll do a video. I'll just say, just comment in this and make sure you subscribe. Good score, folks. And then that'll be it. So yeah, so I might do that. Oh, what do you reckon, Cafe Con? Winner takes all, or split it, say, I don't know, 3 ways.
Yeah, I share the same sentiment with Tek Productions. Like, it's not one of those like, oh, get me to 1,000 and I'll do a giveaway type of thing where you're wanting subscribers. Like when you hit that point, you're giving back to the community. So it makes sense to kind of spread it around a little bit.
Yeah, no, I reckon so. I reckon that too. I think 3 ways. And I think it'll be like 50 and 225s. That's pretty good, isn't it? 50 and 225. Yeah. And it can be an Amazon voucher, or it can be a Lego voucher, both of which are pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone that's watching your video, I'm sure
Sunday.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's one of those ones where I'd rather. It's one of those ones because I tell you what, folks. The last giveaway I did at 500, it was Americans that won it. There was one British person I don't think won it. So I was posting. The postage costs an arm and a leg. It does. But this is one of those ones where I don't mind if the Americans win because of the change up. It'd be a lot cheaper for me. So I can't win it though, folks, because it's completely random. But there we go. And then Solo, you're not far off 500 now, are you?
Nah, nearly there. Yeah, I was going to be tempted to put a vote out for people for me to chuck something over the side of my balcony. So
Yeah, do that.
the ultimate drop test.
Slave one.
Slave one. Yes, slave one. Yes, we need
I
that.
really don't want to put my slave one on my,
Yeah.
on my balcony. Right?
Do it.
One, right? With in it.
Yeah,
Well,
there will
there
be once I hit like I normally do when I hit these milestones. Normally I do something stupid and ridiculous, but there's always something to win as well at the end of it as well, like I normally do. Either a Lego gift or an Amazon voucher or something like that. I think last time it was a battle pack. So yeah, there's always something to be won. So yeah, but I really don't want to throw my slave one over the top of the balcony because that's a long way down.
I think the AT-AT could be quite fun.
Do that instead.
That's always feeling anyway.
Now do the older 8080 2014 one.
Oh, don't get me to do that. I
don't
don't
know.
want to throw anything over the side of it, but
It's funny, this is, folks. All he wants to do is throw some sort of microfighter over the edge. That's what it's going to be.
yeah, take my tie interceptor.
I tell you what, maybe here's an idea, Solo. Maybe you should ask your wife now and say to her, what would she like to see chucked over the edge?
She'll say all of it. What'd you say?
You say what?
Oh, you bitch.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, first of all, I've got to get to that, Mark. First of all, so my slave one is nice and safe. So
I tell you what, 1 minute 6, 1 hour 6 minutes. Let's hope your wife doesn't really rewind that.
yeah, my slave one.
How many people in the chat that we can get to subscribe to Solo's channel? You can get there pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, really cool. We want to see this happen.
I think I better leave before I cause any other problems. I think.
and they say love is dead, folks. Honestly. No.
If my missus had her way, she'll throw all of it over the balcony, including me, probably.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, I think everyone's already subbed. We've got 2 people already subbed, so need to find new people.
Yeah. We're already subbed. Ingrid, how you doing, Ingrid? Good to see you. I've been having some good chats this week with Robin Hull. Well, we haven't seen him for ages doing stuff, but he's getting back in the groove of it all. That's for sure. Slave One. Yeah, I agree, Doc Sanson. I think Slave One. I want to see Slave One actually. I reckon it would be like an iron. You do pressing your shirts and stuff like that. I think it would just fly like one of those.
The thing is, though, it'd be something similar to how when Ryan threw his Lambert class shuttle into his swimming pool. Ah!
Yeah, look, it's angelic. Look at that, folks. It's angelic looking. Folks, he's got the beard for it now. God.
The Emperor watching over us.
He is, isn't he? Fantastic. Anyway, Titanium, what have you bought anything? Have you got sales in America at the moment, or have you always got sales on there?
I haven't been out to buy anything, and I'm not really looking to buy too much right now.
Okay.
No one's commented on it yet, but I said I'd be uploading a video in the relative future. That didn't happen because I have tests. So I'm just going to show what it is that video is going to be about.
So that's a custom one. That's a custom one.
Yeah, this is a
Look at it straight in there.
That looks really good.
Yeah.
Where's
Is
that?
it printed or decaled?
It's decaled AV Figures.
Oh man, do you do it yourself?
No, I got it from a website called SW Fanatics.
I'd love to decal that figure. I mean, I've only got these 2 in front of me. Yeah, I've got 2 in front of me.
So I decided to get it, and finally got it with the 501st. And it's really nice, and now I want more.
I think a lot of people are starting to compare you to a short-haired Jesus by the looks of it. I'm not saying who said that. That is a sweet minifigure. Sweet.
If it goes back, if I just push the table back, then it goes away. But if I bring it,
he's controlling his son with his hands.
He could be Jesus.
Son of bricks. Anyway, bless you, Titanium J52. Anyway, Blimey, got some tyres on that. I've got some tyres here. Look, folks, look, Batmobile tyres. Look at those tyres. They're ginormous. Matt, show us your tyres. You don't get that city very often.
Tyres out.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because this is, I think, the first big car I've ever built, and you put the tires on like halfway through. Normally, you put them on like the last step or right at the end. Whereas this one, it's halfway through the build, because now it's almost like you do that and then you put the rest of the shell and everything else on it. So
looking really good though.
Yeah, it's quite chunky.
Is it a fun build?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, because I've got this second hand, I'm spending half the time like just sorting through pieces and everything. So that it's not as fun as when you like the '89 Batmobile. If you got it new, you get the bag and you go for it. So look, it's good like that. I still, it's still only about 60% done. I think the '89 Batmobile is just a slightly nicer build.
I'm on the fence about it. I just finished the Dark Knight trilogy yesterday, and I'm on the fence of getting one of those secondhand because it looks so gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too. I mean, when the kids were quite little, we walked into the Lego store and it was still in the dark age, and I saw the tumbler there, and it wasn't until recently just got it on eBay sort of thing. So it was a good price. It didn't come with the exclusive minifigures, but I'm not too worried about it.
That's fair.
And that's if it had that, then it probably would be more expensive. And
those minifigures are good, isn't it? The Heath Ledger Joker, I think.
Yeah, it's the Heath Ledger Joker, and I'm not sure about the Batman, whether it's an exclusive one or it's just one of the run-of-the-mill ones.
Yeah, some of those Dark Knight sets are expensive. Some of those ones.
Are they?
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure the Tumbler play scale one is like 400 used, which is mad.
Well, I was thinking of buying one, but it kind of the deal fell through, folks. I could have had it at probably a decent price, but there's so many good things out at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many sets out at the moment. One, we've been inundated with fantastic new sets, Mos Eisley, Diagon Alley, just to name two of them. And then, of course, a few weeks later, well, even a few weeks, really, a couple of weeks later, everything's going in sales. Amazon and Argos. I mean, Matt, did you buy anything this week?
I got just a couple little things because most of the stuff, I think, like the Harry Potter stuff, we already had most of that, and some of the other things they've gotten previously on their sales and that. But no, it's just the sort of thing like you just you had the alert set up, and it was sort of like, particularly was it Monday night it sort of started, and it was like the next day just solid, just every 10-15 minutes there's another deal coming through. And then after a while you just sort of like, oh, look on the Argos site, and you just go to the clearance and everything like that. And I was on there pretty quick because I wanted to get the T-Rex breakout thingy, or not breakout, but that one. And so like, there was one of those available in like Milton Keynes or something like that. And so like, well, yeah, that's not good.
I tried to get one of those, but I was too late.
What set was that?
Yeah, do you know the Jurassic Park, the big buildable T-Rex with the gate?
Yeah,
is it?
Off. Yeah.
65 from 220.
Mm.
Good deal.
That's a brilliant price. I tried everywhere to get it. Strangely enough, I was off work for a couple of days, and the one place that I could have bought it from was Borough Market, literally on London Bridge, folks. But I couldn't be bothered to spend 20 quid on travel to go into London and get it. But I mean, that's it. It would take me too long, but I just couldn't. It was in Essex at the time, my kind of second abode. But that was a good price. But I don't know what it is with Argos. Sometimes, I don't know if you notice this, Tek, when they really drop their prices and you think, oh my God, I've got to have that, it becomes an affordable thing to get. You can't buy it for love nor money anywhere.
It's awful. Like, they're really, really, well, I say bad for that. I think what they're bad at is updating their website when there's when they don't stock the product anymore. At the beginning of lockdown, I remember trying to get one of the Logitech webcams, and I kept looking on that every day, and it's still like you'd have thought that they would have taken it down or clearly stated that it was out of stock. But then you're like scrolling through all the different stores up and down the country.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing as well. They're just rubbish.
Yeah.
But it's not like that. It's like whenever time you want something as well, it's like it's always either in a shop that's about 4,000 miles away from you.
Yeah,
or
it's so annoying.
It's like, and then all right, fine, we'll get it delivered. Oh, it's out of stock of that as well. It's like, what do you sell now?
Yeah.
Please, Argus, tell me.
And I tell you what, I could have covered quite a large space as well. I could have done all of Essex, all of Kent, and all of Surrey, and there wasn't any there. There just wasn't any anywhere.
That Rampage is exclusive to Argos, isn't it? So, I mean, to be fair, I think it looks worth £220.
Yeah.
Having seen it now on 165, was it? I think I would struggle to pay more than 200 for it. But
yeah.
What did you see the big Technic Liber thing? That was £266 down from 400.
Really?
But even when it was sitting at 400, like that was really top heavy, and you're sort of looking at that going, is it really a £400 Technic set?
Well, that's it. So, Technic Studio, Brickton. Thanks for popping in, my friend. Great to have you here.
Particularly on
out there. Land of Sweet. Welcome, my friend. That's random. Yes, one with goats and the horse. Like it. But yeah, no, welcome to the stream, my friend. So yeah, did anyone? I mean, that great big one with the crane, wasn't it? The big grey one. Cafe Con, are you interested in doing the big crane or anything like that after your experience of? Well, actually, I'm saying you completed it. Have you actually done the? What it's called now? What's it called? The blue one, the Bugatti.
Bugatti, yeah. So.
Yeah, blimey, look at that. Hold on, I'm going to make that bigger.
Yeah, can't on my camera. That's the big old crane from a few years back. The red one. Yeah, on top of my shelf.
Right.
You get
It's
it.
alive.
Gorgeous. That looks so good.
I finished it last week. Yeah, I had my grandma was coming to visit, so I figured I needed to clean up the studio a bit and finally put this thing together.
Damn.
So I could get all the bags and
It's
boxes.
amazing. It's ginormous. Is it heavy?
Yeah, it's definitely the heaviest set that I've built so far. But it's fairly sturdy. Like I can pick it up from the top there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Drop test.
If Solo had done that, you know that would have just collapsed.
Yeah, that would have
It's like in real life.
collapsed, and you probably would have misput the engine in or something as well.
Have you ever fixed your car as well?
Right, you could have put it in there.
Doc is giving me some cheek there. Miracles do happen. Jeez Louise. It just takes time, Doc. You can't rush perfection.
This is true. You can't, honestly. I mean, look at me. I've taken about 6 months to do this absolutely ginormous Batmobile. I do like it, though. I'm scared of finishing it, folks. That's what it is. Lambo complete. Yeah, Lambo. Yeah, who else has done the Lambo? You've got the Lambo as well, haven't you, Cafe?
No, I don't have the Lambo.
Because that's been in the sale. That's gone for 250 quid, I think, Matt, hasn't it, this week?
Yeah, it's about 260.
Well, John Lewis stock it for 325 now.
Yeah, I mean, John Lewis, if you do that and then you do the 20% and you're part of it, and, you know, it's like 260 sort of thing. But I look at what's happening with the Bugatti and that, like at the moment, if you want to get that, that's like 206.
Yeah.
So I think with the Lamborghini, either in a Black Friday or, you know, similar time next year, you're going to get a similar sort of price. So
yeah, that's how you get the Technic cars. They always go down. I got my Porsche in the sales.
Yeah, that's when I get all that stuff. I got this cool noise that comes from emits from this wheel, folks. So see if you can pick it up on the mic. It sounds like it says it's something quite cool. Listen to this stuff. Can you hear that?
Sounds like something modern against it.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Does sound like I'm rubbing against it or something.
That sounded like someone was drumming in the background, but
You got to there, Greg.
the rubber just slightly rubs on something. But I kind of like that sound as well. It's like, ooh. It's a good sonic. Anyway, let's stick these out. Look at these printed pieces, folks. These are lovely. These I've got 4 of these. Look at that. Absolutely
Love
wonderful.
them.
Yeah, brilliant. Loving it. So yeah, I'll just pop these in there. So yeah, the stream tomorrow, folks, for Mos Eisley kicks off at 2 p.m, which is a little bit early for me, but it will be morning out in America, and Brick Hive will be on then. I'll be joined by a few peeps as well, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's say, what are you lot out there up to this weekend? What are you going to be building anyway? And have you bought anything in the sales this week? Because I know Simon Moss has. He's been buying an absolute oodle of stuff on. I think buying like loads of Harry Potter stuff. Has anyone else been buying any Harry Potter stuff this week?
One set.
What did you get, Brick?
From John Lewis with the 20% off. I got the Great Hall for $75.99. Yeah, no, I think it's retiring this year. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Yeah, I wanted to get it because it is one of my favorite Harry Potter sets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look, it's Batmobile longer than my arm.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah. It is, John. He's just absolutely ginormous. Matt, how did you display your one?
I just like the stand which comes with it. Just put it on that, and yeah, just have it up on a shelf which I've built, which I'm putting slowly all these big cars. Because I've got I managed to pick up the Porsche secondhand, which I've never built. I got the Bugatti last year when it was a crazy price, which is still brand new in a box. And yeah, obviously the other Batmobile. And I think there's another car somewhere. So yeah, just got to get through them. So,
how much did you get actually for in the end? I saw it go for $195 is the cheapest I've seen it.
Yeah, I think it was about that. I think maybe $199.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was one of those ones where it popped up. I was straight on it, and literally 5 minutes later, you couldn't get it.
Yeah.
For that, so it's sold out. So.
My friend got a Bugatti for £100 from a local toy shop near him, and I was like, "What? That's mad."
Yeah,
that's crazy.
For that price.
Yeah.
Matt, were you saying earlier in your stream that Technic was one of the top selling themes last year?
Yes, it was.
Which baffles me that the markup must be insane for them to be able to drop the prices. But like they're obviously selling well that they don't need to drop the prices that much, if that makes sense. But they still are, and they're still making money on it, and it's still like one of the most profitable themes. That's quite insane, really.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing like if you use one of those like Camel or Keeper.com or whatever, which gives you a price history of like Amazon and things like that. Like you see, when they're at those really high prices, like the Libra or whatever, it comes out and it's $400 for quite a while. Okay, yeah, maybe it's $375, $350 on a good day, sort of thing. But it's just one of those marketing things. It's sort of like they'll come out, they'll price it high. Whoever wants it, day one's going to pay for it. And then over time they can drop it down, and then when it goes for $260, you go, oh wow, this was $400 at one stage.
Yeah.
But also too, because it was, I've seen that, their top 5 most profitable lines. It's sort of like Technic, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and there was 1 or 2 others I can't remember off the top of it. But you look at the Technic stuff, and generally there's no licensing fees. Mm-hmm. Occasionally they are starting to do it a bit more with like the Libra and some of the Volvo stuff and things like that. But, they do a crane, there's no licensing fee. They do a cement truck, there's no licensing fee.
Yeah.
And particularly now they're doing the power out stuff.
I think Technic's always one of those kind of things, for as long as it looks like a car, or a dump truck or whatever like that, they don't have to have, it's got to be Volvo. They can just get away with doing whatever you want, like you said. I think it's always, especially for a younger person, probably out looking to become a bit more technical, like the engineering thing. I think it's definitely one of those things that's always going to be alive for a very long time and just going to keep growing. It's just going to keep growing and growing and growing because they are pumping out some amazing sets at the moment. in regards to Technic. So I am not surprised in the slightest that Technic is like taken off the way it is.
I also can't imagine the licensing for a lot of the Technics, maybe if you exclude the cars, but things like Volvo and stuff, they're not a market that's massively into toys. So there's not the like competitiveness. I imagine they quite welcome Lego coming to them and going, "Oh, can we, like, do you want to stick your logo on this?" I don't really think it would cost that much.
You also think though, like when you buy a Technic set as well, they're generally in most toy shops. You know, like if you buy we go with like the Harry Potter sets. Some of them are going to be exclusive to like Smiths or Lego store only. Technic you can generally buy in almost any shop. You know, you go into like even just go to a small Tesco's, there's going to be a small Technic set. You know, just stuck there in the side, or you go to the bigger shops, you can have the bigger sets there. So I think every shop is always like very welcome to have another, to have a Technic set in there, because I think they bet they can shift them pretty easily.
And they can also scale it up and down. Like you've got, at the moment the 60-pound crane, or you can go up to the red one, which is 200 or 175 with a good deal. And they're pretty consistent with it. Like you talk about a Diagon Alley or something like that, But you look at Harry Potter in terms of what was the most expensive set before that? What, 80-90 pounds or something? Whereas Technic have the full range from, as what Solo's saying, you can walk in and get a basic set for what, maybe £750, £10, all the way up to 400, and with everything in between.
Yeah, I mean, when you really think about it, Technic do actually have like literally the cheapest sets out there. Yeah, and plus you're getting a full, you're actually getting a build out of it. Like for £7, you're getting a full build for £7 from the system set. You ain't going to get a lot. You might get a minifigure, or then again, they might just get rid of the minifigure
in a car.
Yeah, it's going to be something really quite generic and quite basic. But the Technic builds, you're actually going to get, a decent sized little set.
Solo, you might have seen it this week. Well, I think it went down to £75. The remote control Technic's car.
Yeah, the Top Gear car. Yeah, we were talking about that on our stream. I was like,
that's the second time it's gone down to that. I picked it up last time around. So, I mean, that's another car which we need to build. But because, when you get to that and it's just got the motor components to it, it's like, wait a minute, motors are worth almost that.
I'm going to buy it. And next time it drops down to that price, I'm going to buy it because I want to see what the experience is like. But for £75, that's quite cheap, isn't it, Matt? I mean, that feels very cheap to me.
Yeah, it is really quite good. I mean, again, it's the same sort of thing as the 4x4 buggy. It's still, you're limited to what happens through the app because it's gone to the new, what do they call it, powered up system or whatever. So, I'm not a huge fan of those things.
With the powered up functions, can you can link it to a Bluetooth controller, can't you?
Yes.
I think
you might be able to.
Cafe Con says she reckons you can.
Yeah, I think that I watched a video on the Disney train because I was looking about it. Since you had said about the app thing, Matt, I was like, oh, now do I want the Disney train if I can't use it? But I think I saw someone pair it with like a Bluetooth controller. But I don't know how.
It's the sort of thing where I think you can do it, but it's not going to be a simple process.
Right. Okay.
I think I better just settle an argument in the chat that's going on. Tesco's is not better than Walmart.
No, it's far worse.
Your targets out there are 5 times better than what we've got over, especially when it comes to Lego deals. Anyway,
the clearance.
Yeah,
I think we do all right because a lot of American friends of mine will say that we get our sets are cheaper anyway. But
I mean, because I think this is always the biggest misconception. Because I think I was speaking with Brick Hive on this as well, and I think Doc was there as well. I'm not sure. I can't remember what day it was. They're all blurred together. But obviously, we look at some of the
days, folks, not the people.
it's only me. Don't worry about it. My brain's knackered. But when we actually look at like some of the Lego deals that they have over there, we look at something like we got it for $999. You're like, wow, that's really good deal. But then what we take for granted here in the UK is obviously they got to go back and then they got to add the tax on from where all of ours is like the VAT is already added onto it. So what you buy is what you get. You know, if it's 10 quid, it's 10 quid.
Yeah.
We don't have to add anything onto it. So
yeah, but if you walk into a Walmart and they've got 80% off, I don't care how much tax you're adding back onto it, it's still 80% off.
yeah, exactly. Exactly right. I think the Americans still, no matter what, get better deals than what we do. But I think they would do because obviously there's more people out there that buys Lego. And I think like listening to our American cousins, like them saying, "Oh yeah, we'll go to Target and Walmart." This sounds like there's quite a lot of them nearby. So like the deals out there are going to be astronomical. From where here Tesco's, if you go to a bog standard Tesco's, you might be lucky if you could even get, I don't know, a city set in a lot of them. They're pretty rubbish, to be honest here sometimes.
Sainsbury's is better than Tesco sometimes. I find a lot of my good deals from Sainsbury's, really.
Yeah. You got to catch Sainsbury's at the right time. You really
I've got some good ones, like almost 20% off.
I think that's also because maybe they've just got a load of rubbish out the back of Argos that they haven't been able to sell, and they just kind of shove it on the shop floor. So
that's all that is. I agree. That's all that one is.
Yeah, because you actually look at Sainsbury's shop floor, they never ever sell like the Fiver First Battle Pack. You ain't going to see that on the floor because, well, we're going to keep that in Argos, you know, because we can mark that up. We're not going to have anyone steal that off our shop floor.
No.
But
I mean, sometimes you get good deals.
What's that one? I got that.
Infinity War.
You were saying about that one.
Yeah, I got that for £10.50 in Sainsbury's the other day.
What? That's 2018 set.
£10.50.
£10.50. I think it's retail $25.
That's from 2018 as well.
Yeah, it's a new one.
You should have argued that more. The box is damaged.
It is a little bit scuffed, but yeah, it's one of the ones with the Black Panther figure. And I think I want to collect the Marvel figures. I'm not going to open it just yet, but it's a really nice set for £10.50. Who turns down a £35 set?
No, you can't. That's the thing. You could, my word, if you was a brickmaker, blimey, you'd buy about 50 of those and pie it out.
There's the last one on the shelf, which is, well, I mean, a shame. I only need one of them, but yeah, no, it looks a really cool set, and I'm not one for Marvel sets as a whole. That's why I'm really glad about this magazine, because if you looked at you catch the end of the magazine, Greg, and it gives you like the look to next month, and it's going to be Iron Man, who looks really cool. So if they keep in this line of doing figures, because there's so many Marvel figures that they can do,
so many.
That's going to suit me because I can just collect the Marvel figures. And I don't have to buy any sets.
Yeah, recommend getting this set. You get some nice figures in this. It's another Black Panther one. This guy Eric Killmonger, amazing headpiece on him. It's a rubber one, really awesome.
Yeah, let's have a look. Come on, let's put him on solo. Let's take a look at that one.
Solo.
Sorry if it's blurry. My camera is being. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm pretty sure it's blurry. Yeah.
I think your lighting is probably a bit too dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you using a window light?
No, I'm using my little lamp right behind it, up one stick light.
Oh, okay.
I got this set to celebrate the Chadwick Boseman's actual death because I wanted to get a set for him. So pretty cool.
Well, I was hearing through the grapevine that because obviously the contract between Disney and Lego have obviously come to an end. I think it came to an end about 3 months ago. Really? But it seems like there's a lot of it's on a rolling contract at the moment. I think it has been for a while actually. I
did not know that.
Sounds like there's some big negotiations going on behind closed doors by the sounds of it. So I think in the next couple of years, lads and girls, boys and chaps and all that kind of stuff, we're going to get some awesome stuff coming soon. Let me tell you, there's going to be some
hallelujah,
really stuff. Because I think what's happening is, so I'm hearing. And obviously don't take it too much just in case things do change, because things do change like the wind in Lego. But yeah, apparently like next year's sets is going to be kind of like it's going to be a lull year, they're going to call it. It's going to be a lull year next year because they're renewing contracts here, there and everywhere apparently, and coming up with they're shifting things around apparently.
Is that why some of the Star Wars sets seem a bit underwhelming for 2021?
Yeah, well, I think in regards to Star Wars one, because they are renewing their license with Disney, and obviously, I think Hasbro as well. I think their contracts come to an end, so I think there's a lot of negotiations. So I think they're just putting out whatever they've got, and then yeah. So I don't think. I mean, me personally, all right, yeah, you could argue to say yeah, it's all original trilogy, but let's face it. You look at you look at Lego's point of view. Original trilogy sells.
It does.
It's always going to be a big seller. You know, it's like, oh, look, there's an X-Wing. Well, we can sell that. Easy.
Yeah, but they've made it smaller, so it could be slightly worse.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm really glad about that because same as the TIE Fighter, they've been going up and up and up and up in prices to the point that it's actually becoming downright ridiculous. I mean, who's going to pay 90 quid for an X-Wing? I mean, 80 quid for a TIE Fighter that looks like a Dorito. It's stupid money. It really is stupid money. So bringing it back.
Got the X-Wing for 67 from the sales.
Yeah, exactly. That's a more reasonable price. So, and let's face it. All right. So if the X-Wing comes out at well, we'll go with £50. We'll say £50. So it comes out at £50. Imagine when that goes on sale. Yeah, you're going to get an X-Wing for 35 quid or something like that. Yeah.
Would you?
It'll probably be much simpler. Though.
I'm almost hoping it doesn't go on sale at that price, and then it could still be good. Like,
despite they're scaling it back, let's face it, it's going to be durable and it's going to look good at the end of the day. I mean, because it doesn't sound like they're going to be pumping out many big sets next year apart from the UCS set. It doesn't sound like it. So, looking at it, we're still going to get some really nice sets for as long as they don't skimp on stuff, which Lego have been known to do. But for as long as we get something decent, I'm happy whatever the price is. I'm just glad that they're like, because I think the biggest problem is with Lego, they don't have any competition, so they could just do whatever the hell they want. They can just go nuts, because at the end of the day, who else makes a Lego X-Wing? Who else makes a Clone Wars stuff out of this kind of plastic material that we keep spending our money on? No one.
It's just out of interest. I'm just going to throw a bit of a random question out there. I'm going to start with you, Cafe Con. How would we feel about Lego if there was no Harry Potter theme or if there was no Star Wars theme? Would you still be very much into Lego? Or what's your feeling on that?
I'd say that, yeah. Well, because I mean, growing up, I didn't get any like Harry Potter or Star Wars or anything. Like I only bought Bionicle. So yeah, I was that kind of kid. So yeah, so I think I would very much still be into Lego. I may not have like a channel or anything, but I think like we were having the conversation about Technic earlier. I think as long as there's like people who are engineers like Solo or people interested in building or things like that, like Technic is going to be around. And so I think especially with that theme, that would entice me to have come back into Lego, because that's what it was. The Bugatti brought me back for my dark ages.
And I mean,
go on, man. Go on.
When I came back out of the Dark Age, or even just as it was going, it's like I remember, Technic when it didn't have licenses, and there was a big. When Lego didn't have licenses at all, and even when they first started getting the Star Wars license, they weren't being altruistic to go, oh yes, this Star Wars is going to be great. It was a thing where they go, if we don't pick up this license, somebody else will. So initially they picked up the Star Wars license to block other people from getting it, and then obviously it turned into what it was. So I think, it's
you got to bear in mind though as well. The chairman of Lego at the time as well did not want the Star Wars license.
Yeah, they didn't want it. There's a huge sort of thing within it. So, just in answering your question, I'd still be very much into the Technic, and people would still be into trains and all those sorts of things. So, sure, it wouldn't. Obviously, the Star Wars and Harry Potter are a great cash cow. So it would hurt Lego not to have it there. And then it's just that general halo effect. Somebody comes in and sees like a UCS Slave 1 who's a Star Wars fan who likes to collect Star Wars models, and they start building and going, hey, wait a minute, there's getting back into Lego from when they're a kid or things like that, like, it can become that gateway drug back into it. So if they didn't have it, it might hurt them a little bit, but Lego existed quite well without licenses beforehand. So
well,
Not really. Not really.
they were
Well, I
dying.
also think
They almost went
more
bankrupt.
into Lego
yeah,
idea.
that was for a whole bunch of different reasons. Like there's a good book on it. What is it? I think it's Brick by Brick, and it goes into that time period of that, the 2000, 2001 and everything like that. They're a company which they were doing innovation at such a rate that most people would do like 1 or 2 products a year, and they were doing 20. So it was a business structure which almost brought them undone. And then it was just, Star Wars helped save them. Was it Bionicles, which came out around the same time?
Yeah, but they had to really kind of take a step back. I mean, I haven't read the book obviously, but watching the Netflix show, it looked like Lego had to take a big step back because, like you were saying, they were innovating stuff beyond their time, and I think that was the problem. People, this was kind of like we're talking about stuff that we're used to now, like the robotic stuff that they're coming out with and all that kind of stuff. People weren't really that interested in it, and it was too damn expensive as well. And I think obviously Lego having to sell Legoland and all that kind of stuff, you could tell that they were, well, behind closed doors, they were in big trouble. And
but that's also got a lot to do with the financial structure and accounting structure that they had within it, because when they produced a set, they couldn't actually tell you how much it cost to make that set. So that there was fundamental business flaws because they had made so much money for so long. Then you start to get into the mid-2000s, the mid-90s, when you really had the rise of the PlayStation, which sucked a lot of dollars out of entertainment. And they were trying to adjust to that, and they didn't, because it's one of those things. They've been so successful for so long, they could afford to be lazy and not have, good business practices in place, and also too, not being on the stock market, they don't have to justify things to investors. So there's no outside pressure. So it was a perfect storm of factors which came together, which almost sent them under. And so in terms of, obviously they've learned a lot from that. And, even in the 2016-17, they had like a global profit drop of I'm talking profit drop of 2%, and they laid off 2,000 staff because that was massive for them. It's I think they obviously learned very well from that. We can complain.
Lego's definitely learned a hell of a lot since the last time, but I think also they've got to be careful as well because they're pumping out all these insanely expensive sets, despite their profit margins are higher than any tallest building in the bloody world at the moment. I mean, my God, they're literally diving in like Scrooge McDuck at the moment. But I think as well, at the same time, they're pumping out all these sets, these really expensive sets, in a time when people really can't afford to buy all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think we are all very lucky because obviously we've all got jobs, but there's loads of other people out there that don't. And like for them to start pumping out like Diagon Alley, Mos Eisley and the Batwing so close together, and we're not talking about like £100 sets, these are £300, £400, £500 sets. No ordinary average Joe is going to go out and throw that kind of money out.
But it's sort of thing. There's a couple issues that you put there that because you're seeing this currently in the collectibles market at the moment, like comic books and Magic the Gathering and all that sort of stuff. Those prices are going insane because a lot of people have been, furloughed or whatever the government scheme is, and rather than saving that, they're spending it. And then the sets that you're talking about, it's not like Lego went, oh, there's coronavirus, we can pump out some big sets. These things were planned 18 months ago.
I know a lot of the background planning stuff. I mean, like the Mos Eisley thing. I mean, my God, they've been planning that for the last 5-6 years. It's been a long time coming. This set has. God knows why they brought out the Obi-Wan Kenobi Cup. I don't know, but
a lot of it though comes down to voting with your wallet, and it's something interesting that Kevin Hinkle said when they first did the original UCS Millennium Falcon for £650. Like that was a massive jump for that, and they were really worried at the time. And they put it out there, and people bought it. And that's the thing, like.
And I tell you what, if you had bought it in the first iteration of it, you could have quite easily have sold that for £1,000 the next day.
Oh, easy, easy.
They sold out. They sold out so quick, right? And I always remember, Matt, one morning, it was. I tell you what it was. It was Christmas Eve, And on Christmas Eve, I bought the Slave One because I couldn't afford it. I just thought that the Millennium Falcon at the time was so far out there cost-wise. And I went, and you couldn't buy it for love nor money in the country. If you wanted to buy it, it was going to cost you about anywhere between £1,000 and £1,250 here in the UK. Because you couldn't buy it for love nor money. It's back in the days of Optimus Prime and not being able to buy him. And I'm queuing outside Leicester Square on Christmas Eve, folks, getting all excited because I'm going to buy my Slave One, you know, the shit that I've always wanted all my life. And there was a woman there with a ginormous box, and he had this trolley. And it was the first wave that came out. They all came with trolleys. I don't know if anyone remembers that. And there was a woman there with it, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I bought this for my son." Now, bearing in mind, folks, it was around sort of 600 odd quid or whatever it is. And she goes, "Yeah, I bought it for my son." And he said he didn't want it, so I'm just taking it back. And I was that close to buying it. I should have bought it and then just sold it on. The postage for that thing would be horrific, but you know. That would have been a nice little.
Just to say hello to Victoria Fisher as well. She's just jumped in. Hello.
Oh, good stuff. Oh, look, I've stuck all the avatars in the middle, folks. Does that work for you? Or should I cast them off from one side?
I thought I'd just turn my camera on for the moment so you get to look at my ugly mug for a bit. But
Yeah.
sorry, I feel pretty rough. So
anyone would think it was a sunny day where you are, Solo. Has anyone noticed? 7:30 now. It's pitch dark.
Yeah.
I know.
The sun's gone. The fall is here. I tell you, this is the thing. I don't know if anyone noticed it. Well, probably no one's watched it yet. But in my Frankenstein one, I called it. I didn't know whether to call it the fall or call it autumn. Because I was thinking, the Americans know what autumn is. Then I just called it the autumn fall set. I've got to say, though, it's good. It's a good set.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
It's really good, honestly. It's really good. I like it. It's going to be one of my favourite brickheads. It is.
So I'm being forced against my will to buy these new Christmas sets. What do you guys reckon? Are you going to be picking any of them up? Like the wreath and
I'm getting
probably
the wreath. Probably all of them.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of fancy them, but I'll only get something that will go in my set. So, for example, this week, right? I would say this set, but in the city, this week, right? I bought Privet Drive, 33% off. Yeah, I can put that in the city. And what was the other thing I bought? Burrow. Attack on the Burrow. I got that because the reason I got that Tek was because basically I went into the Lego store, spent £100 and got Harry Potter stuff. And I got the Brickhead set again.
Yep.
I guess just sold it for 30 quid. So they got like 30% off straight away. You know, it's just easy. So that's why I did that. But what was the other thing I got? The hut. Mm-hmm. What's the name? Hut. So it says, yeah, so I got that for so I got to think these days what could work in a set, and that's the one thing that was putting me off from buying the Jurassic Park set. It's like, well, why am I going to put that in a city?
That would look awesome. The entrance gate for the city. All you got to do is change out the
It's a
sign
modern-day
Jurassic
city.
World.
It's not a caveman city.
Yeah, but it would look cool.
Not Aztecs, not Romans.
Old town.
It would still look cool though. A massive big old gate with like Lagondon on the sign.
Yeah, the gate. The Londinium. That's what that would be. The Londinium.
That's where your mocking skills come to the fore. It's sort of like, okay, I've got this set. How can I make it work?
Man, it's me. I've got any mock skills. I haven't even tried mocking anything yet. The only thing I mock is myself in the morning.
Okay, well, here's an excellent opportunity, Greg, to grow and engage in your hobby even further.
Are you reading that or something from a script? I am engaging with myself at the moment. I'm building relationships online. Anyway, talking of building, look at this, folks. So I'm going to put myself on the large screen.
You finish it, Greg?
I haven't quite finished. I've got the stand to do yet, but I have finished the car. So look, let me show you this, folks. So this is
6 years in the making. We got here. It's done.
A testament. Look, you got to do a bicep workout on it. Look at that.
Look at that. It's taking him so long. It's even gathered dust.
Here comes the accidental drop test.
There you go. Let's see. The gat gun. Bing, boom, 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 boom.
And Batman's not supposed to have guns. Yeah, what can I do?
Yeah, he is. There you go. So look, you turn that.
You can add some fire pieces.
My mum's broken that thing off so many times. That little knob at the end.
Yeah,
I'm going to put some fire pieces on the back of that, Greg.
Yeah, I might do. There we go. In there. And I'm not joking. It is absolutely ginormous. It is so long. It's not actually dust. It's just the lighting is quite bright above it. But
I think someone's compensating for something.
that is yeah. When are you going to get your one anyway, Solo?
It will be coming. Well, like I said, at the moment, a lot of things have been put on hold at the moment. A hell of a lot of things, because obviously to truth be honest, I mean, obviously, I've got to move out of here before I start buying some big and expensive sets at the moment. As the Batmobile, I have got to get before it retires.
You must get it before it retires, mate.
Yeah,
because it retires, it will just go more money.
I think this was kind of something I was saying to Sarah as well. It's like, it's like the Batwing looks incredible, which I was really surprised that they brought out the Batwing. I was like, all right, so obviously, they've gone through all that. So they brought out the Tumbler, but where's the Batbike? Where's the Batwing from the Tumbler? From the Dark Knight trilogy. So are they going to complete that? And then how far back are they going to go? We're going to get the Adam West Batmobile.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
No, that's my favourite Batmobile.
And plus, it was a usable bat car as well, because it was, what was it? I think it was a Chevy underneath that. I think it was, just with the roof taken off.
And I tell you what, the new one, every single Batmobile that's come out has always had that rocket piece on the back of it.
Yeah.
They've always gone out. Did you know what? I saw this week, and I missed out on it on 20% saving because it was Bat Day. They had, who was it? The Brick Vault. They had 20% off their designs. And I tell you what, folks, I'm going to buy the 1966 Batmobile because I just think that's a beautiful.
I reckon that. I mean, let's face it. The only one they haven't done is obviously the mass murdering Batman versus Superman Batmobile. They haven't done that one yet, but that's a bit of a freaky one. I reckon that we are going to get the Adam West Batmobile. I think this is almost a certainty that
they have done it, haven't they? They did it in a big set, but
but I think as an actual UCS set, as they've been doing these. Just imagine having the lineup there. You got the actual iteration of all the Batmobiles from the films.
Well, I tell you what, right? If they're going to do X1, right, I'd definitely be up for the 1969. I just hope they don't do it in Technic. That's all. But that is the best thing I've ever built in Lego. And I'll tell you what, folks, it's heavy.
Really heavy.
It's heavy, isn't it? I'd love to remote control that. It's amazing. It's the best set I've ever built. Anyway, we've got a question that I want to take off to you. Well, Brick, so I personally disagree with you, but let's ask Greg. So, Greg, what do you prefer not having built either the Cantina or Diagon Alley?
Yeah, Take-Ob's Cantina, I'm Diagon Alley. Setting a dispute.
Well, I've got both, but I've built neither.
Yes. But wait, what do you prefer? Not building either of them.
I don't quite get the question.
What he's saying is, so you got both the sets, but which one do you prefer to build now? Would you rather have the Cantina? So if you had a choice now, you had the Cantina or Diagon Alley, which one would you grab first of all to build straight away?
Mos Eisley.
Boom. Thank you very much.
Oh, man, no.
I'm a Star Wars fan. I like Harry Potter. I'm getting into Harry Potter. I've spent hundreds on Harry Potter in the last few weeks.
I have lost the war between Diagon Alley and Cantina.
The Cantina, this is the thing, right? It's not always. Do you know what? Quite frankly, right? The Diagon Alley is probably a better set. It's certainly more colourful, anyway. I mean, this, blimey, is as beige as beige can get. But what I will say, right, is that I've got I've got more of affiliation with Star Wars than I have with Harry Potter. It could be a much better set, and I'll be able to say maybe I'll do a comparison one day.
I think also because I think particularly for like most of the big Star Wars nerds on this stream, that Star Wars has arguably been a bigger part of our lives than what Harry Potter has. Because
I'll say that as well.
A lot longer than what Harry Potter has. And
I mean, I love both of them, and I'll say I'm more of a Star Wars nerd than Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm getting into Harry Potter. I like Harry Potter. It's kind of colourful. It's kind of it's a bit like old England, really. Harry Potter. I've watched a couple of films recently, and I was like, yeah, this is just like old Victorian times with magic. That's my impression of Harry Potter.
I find Harry Potter. Don't get me wrong. I think the show, the books, probably absolutely fantastic. I've watched the shows, never read the books.
Oh, I love the books. They're amazing.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. But
yeah, I might do an audio book if you're lucky.
They're long books. I will tell you.
Very lucky.
Really long.
But how long do you think it will be? Because I think we're already starting to get repetition of Harry Potter sets. Do you think they're starting to run out? Because Harry Potter is Harry Potter. Yeah,
there's not much they can do with it.
Yeah.
There's loads they can do with Star Wars because Star Wars is mad.
Star Wars, yeah. You do what you bloody like with that.
You guys are talking about repetition, but you get a land speeder every year.
Star Wars.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, well, I've played Lego.
In the middle for that one.
Yeah, that's a good shout. But I think
You've been promoted to the centre.
having their imagination.
Got roasted.
That hurt. That hurt me right there. Really. No, I think that's just down to Lego. I think Lego quite easily build more stuff. They used to. That's the most annoying thing. They used to just pump out all these wacky Star Wars sets. Now,
they did a TIE Defender.
Luke's land speeder, a bloody X-Wing, or a Millennium Falcon, or a TIE Fighter. There's your choice. Like, no.
Well, we want more TIE vehicles. Interceptor, bomber. We need those.
No, we don't need those. We need a.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't need. We've had loads of Y-wings. We've had loads of that.
Yes, but the TIE Interceptor and bomber haven't been done for like almost 20 years.
Yeah, I'm fed up with TIE fighters.
With Star Wars, though, what I will say with Star Wars that really doesn't help itself is that they use the X-wing in like not 6 of the films, so there is going to be it is easy to reuse.
Oh yeah, of course it's easy to reuse, but the thing is, though, I mean, it's like
boring for fans.
So the biggest, arguably, probably the more moaniest version of the Star Wars community is the original trilogy people because they don't like change. But the biggest community is the prequel trilogy because it came out at that point where cinema was big and Star Wars was coming out. Oh my God, let's take our children to this as well. And and obviously with the introduction of internet, the internet was like all of a sudden all blowing out. Thank you very much, YouTube, for bloody hell, it's everywhere now. You got the Clone Wars, you've got all like the technically the Force Awakens. Yeah, it's kind of borderline whether that is prequels, but it is original trilogy as well. There's loads of stuff, but Lego just keep ignoring it. But I don't know whether that's down to the new licensing agreement or not, because they used to be pumping out Clone Wars sets alongside original trilogy stuff, and they always used to be these wacky bloody things. But now they just
but that wasn't that before the Disney acquisition?
Yeah, before the Disney acquisition.
That's probably why.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know
at
why.
the same time that you had Clone Wars, like you had the film come out, and then you had the TV series. The early part of it, so it's sort of like running in tandem with it.
Yeah,
they had loads of Clone Wars sets in like 2009, 2010.
And you forget that that's a time where there was no other Star Wars content.
Yeah,
it was the big gap between.
That's the thing. That's what we're in now. We're in this kind of phase now where there's no films to be published at the moment at least for the next 4 years anyway.
Until the High Republic or something, isn't it?
Yeah, bollocks to the High Republic.
Yeah, it's probably going to be not that good.
Sorry.
Language. This isn't the boys. You're not watching the boys.
Second strike. Your
name's not Butcher.
Strike number 2.
My brain is shutting off. Sorry. Yeah, right. Let's start again. Rubbish to that. It's the problem is I think they just find it too easy. Like, well, we've got blueprints for an X-wing. We've got blueprints for an X-wing, TIE fighter. Oh, I'm gonna repeat myself now. And I think they find it a bit too easy just to kind of repeat themselves.
Well, also too though, they're not necessarily if you get the little kids and they're only into Lego for a couple of years, so it's the sort of thing they release an X-wing, that kid gets to buy it, appreciate it. They fall out of Lego, a couple of years later, somebody else comes in, they've never seen an X-wing Lego before. There's another one. Like it's.
Yeah, I have no disagreement that they can keep remaking sets. That's fine. I get an X-wing sells, I get a TIE fighter sells, but with like that. But wouldn't you agree? But if you got your kids and you go on Disney Plus, they're going to see the Clone Wars, nice, bright and colourful, action-packed and all that kind of stuff, from where the original trilogy is quite dark and, obviously it's set in its age. Surely the kid's going to go for the more colourful, more vibrant, more modern-looking one than the original one.
It's funny that one of the most demanded people in the Star Wars community are so quick to complain about rehashed sets.
Yeah, they're all fickle.
Well, yet one of the most demanded sets I've seen personally from people doing videos is a 501st Y-wing.
That is quite one. I've seen loads for Django Fat Slave 1 as well.
Yeah.
That big
Go
one.
back to what initiated this this bit of a debate. I would have to say, despite being a huge Star Wars fan, Diagon Alley is a better looking Lego set. If I wasn't a fan of the themes and I was buying a set based on it just being Lego, I'd have Diagon Alley.
I'd buy it on its size as well. Like Diagon Alley almost a meter.
It's pure and simple, folks. Diagon Alley is probably if I was a father, God help the kids, right? Right, and I was buying a set, and I had the choice of looking at this. Right, and then because let's face it, most dads these days are about 30 something, buying this or buying Diagon Alley. I look at Diagon Alley and I think, blimey, that looks miles better. It's more colourful, it's vibrant,
and you can build it with your kids because you can build each building separately.
And I think you can have more affiliation with it. Harry Potter, the chances are the kids are going to be more into, there's all that sort of stuff. But that said, I think it just comes down to: are you a big Harry Potter fan or are you a big Star Wars fan?
Yeah, I think that's ultimately what's going to come down.
I think that's it. But I do think, on the whole, when I finished it, right, I think personally speaking, I'm going to stand back, look at both sets, and probably say, in my heart of hearts, the Diagon Alley is probably the better set. It is.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just one of the sets.
It is still a lovely set, though. It's got some nice techniques in it, some really nice minifigures. I'd say Mos Eisley wins on minifigures against Diagon Alley because
hasn't Diagon Alley been done once before, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, 2010, I think. The minifigures in Diagon Alley have no leg printing except one. So, yeah.
I don't know a lot about.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I agree with Takeob. Right, if there were two waves I absolutely loved during when the movies were out, was Solo's movies, right, and Rogue One's. They were, I think they were brilliant films. Anyway, I truly do.
Yeah, brilliant. Rogue One was a great wave.
I reckon we would have got more Solo stuff if it didn't go down as bad as it did.
Yeah,
we would have got some good ships.
I mean, I've got what's the name in the vaults? The TIE Fighter. We've got a couple of TIE Fighters actually, but one of them in particular, which is the one from the Solo movie, come with the Mud Trooper.
You also, which I was really surprised about, that you didn't get the TIE Ranger, which is obviously one of the new TIE Fighters that were in the Solo film. Never got it, and I was like, "Oh, that!" When I believe it or not, when I actually sat there and watched that film, I was like, "We're gonna get a Lego set." So I just sat there and it's gonna be a Lego set, and it never happened. I was like, "Oh man!" But then obviously I didn't know at the time that it tanked that badly at the box office. Like, maybe we won't.
That's all because
that's what that was.
Star Wars fans, and going back to what you said, Greg, about people not liking, or Solo said it, not liking change, and
yeah.
Well, that's just so judgmental. Like some of the older Star Wars fans, kind of sometimes.
I think the biggest problem with the Solo film is that it was coming off the back of The Last Jedi. Love it or hate it, it came off the back of that. And also, they did not advertise that film at all. Like, the advertising for Solo was terrible. It was like... It wasn't
done well.
It was done
badly. That they... Disney's whole way that they've treated Star Wars, considering just how much money they've spent on it, they've just handled it, in my opinion, so poorly. It's so obvious that there's been no pre-planning to anything. They've gone through directors for the set, like for films, over and like Solo. Most of it got reshot, didn't it?
Yeah. They've all gone through loads of reshoots.
It's while you're talking about the reshooting, folks, do me a favor after this stream. Don't do it now because it's be rude. But after the stream, watch the trailer for Rogue One, the one where what's the name says, "I'm a rebel, so I rebel." Yeah. That one, right? Watch that. There's not one scene from that entire trailer that's used in the movie.
And that's the thing, that whole film was based on those stormtroopers. It's like they're walking through, wading through
the water. I was like, that's new.
It was gone. To answer Takab's, I think it was called the TIE Ranger. I'm probably wrong, but it was in the Kessel Run in Solo: A Star Wars Story. It was the one.
Oh, that ship.
Yeah,
I like that one. I've got that to build because it's different. It was just different to the other ones. I like that. I've got to say this as well. The Mini Cooper is one of my favourite big cars that I've ever built. I've got to be honest. It is
you got to build the Mustang, Greg. That is.
I've got that to build. I tell you what, I think Hive's going to do a big car one. I'm going to do another big car one because I've got big cars coming out of heroes at the moment. But yeah, we'll definitely be building some more big cars, folks. So don't worry about that, or Lego big cars or whatever we call them. But yeah, we like all that sort of stuff. It's good.
I've got a Beetle to build.
You got a Beetle? Yeah, I got the Beetle. I got the van.
That's a good one.
I got the rally car. Does anyone remember that? That came out a few years ago. The
Technic one.
Yeah, the rally. Yeah,
I love that. That's actually a really nice set.
It's like the poor man's martini. It was. I love it. But I bought that for 50 quid. And,
I mean, that's a good deal. Wasn't it like £100 or 90?
But yeah, we love our big cars, but we love our Star Wars, folks. We're always a bit passionate when it comes to Star Wars. But actually, Cafe Con, I know you like the mosaics, especially Iron Man there, over there on your left-hand shoulder. What is your favourite theme, Cafe Con?
Oh, my favourite theme?
Yeah, have you got a favourite theme? Or if you say Friends, I'm going to ban you for life.
Yeah, definitely not Friends. I don't know. I was thinking about this the other day.
I'm sorry.
Part of me.
Sorry. Technically not Friends, but
I hope that's
that still was worse. Disney Princess is even worse.
I hope you've got a daughter.
or a girlfriend, at least.
Sorry, Cafe Con. You were saying.
Yeah. Disney princesses could be so much better.
Agreed.
Like, I well, just on a side tangent, I kept looking at the Mulan set, and it was like her training grounds, and it's like it's like one or two things and a door, and I'm like, it's not how Mulan would train. Like, what is this? Yeah, Disney princesses could be such a better theme.
Some of the Frozen ones aren't that bad though. They're not. Yeah,
the
some of the highlight ones.
Yeah, Frozen's all right, and I'm sure the new Mulan is too graphic to be have any sets from. But yeah, I think my favorite theme is ideas. Just because you can get almost anything.
That is a good shout. That is a very good shout. Yeah. I got a Lego Ideas one a few weeks ago. And it was because of Titanium J52. I bought the Doctor Who set. And the reason why the guy couldn't sell it as brand new sealed is simply because he'd broken the seals on the box, opened it up to just check inside it, and that's it. He lost about £40 by doing that. So I jumped on that one and I bought it off him. And it was just one of those deals that because he'd opened it, but I was cool with it. I mean, it was effectively brand new. The box is immaculate. It's mint, and everything in it is untouched. So, fabulous.
That's my favorite way to search on eBay is Lego sealed bags.
Yeah.
You can get some great deals like that.
Yeah.
Is anyone going to get the ship in the bottle or the Saturn V when it gets re-released?
I'm getting ship in the bottle. I missed
that. ship in the bottle. I might get both though because I love them.
Is he coming back out again? Why are they coming back out again?
Because they're so popular. Lego re-releasing both of them.
Re-releasing. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
With a couple of changes as well, I think.
So Saturn V is actually a very good set. I've got that up there. It's in the 3 stages, folks, but really it's in 3 large pieces. And that's a lovely set, really good set. I might even get that out tomorrow because tomorrow when I'm streaming, I'm not going to be up here because it's not big enough for me up here. I'm going to be downstairs in the dining room. So I need some Lego sets to put behind me. So I might put the Saturn V there because the beauty.
For the longest time, that was the longest Lego Ideas set ever made.
What was it? Because I've got to say, the beauty of that set, folks, is people say, "Oh, it's so big, it takes up so much room." But it doesn't really, because it's only about that round, right? And you just put it in a corner. It's wonderful.
I mean, Wicked Brick make an amazing wall mount for it.
Yeah. Yes.
Really good one.
Good idea. Yeah. I mean, it's getting cold these days, folks. Just use it as a draft excluder on one of your cold balls. That's what it's all about. Anyway, so Land of Sweets. My other half would love the Disney Castle. Yeah, that's a good set. I think that's coming up for retirement soon, isn't it, folks?
Mate, that'd be due for retirement for a long time. I mean, how long has that been set out now?
2016, I think, came out.
2016 or 2017, I think. But
Yeah,
I think with the Disney Castle, I think it's one of the direct-to-consumer sets that probably would have retired this year. But you've not been able to get it at all through lockdown, so they would be crazy to retire that anytime soon.
It's popular.
But
it's popular. It's always people to Lego.
If my missus in the room, don't tell her that it's retiring, because then she's going to force me to go buy it.
I think you might struggle at the moment. There was two left in the shop when I was in Southampton the other week, and one person come in and grabbed it. And I was I've got one luckily sealed, but to buy as an investment just in case that was retiring, it was so tempting to pick the last one up because you couldn't get mine.
I was down at Southampton not that long ago, and they had quite a few still on the shelf. I think they must have 5 there.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think it was probably about 4 weeks ago I was down there. So
yeah.
I remember going there a few weeks ago. There is a fair amount of them.
Consumer sets back to next year, I think. A lot of
how much are they? Like £400, aren't they?
300.
300.
Oh, that's all right, actually. I would buy that as an investment. I bought a set this week, actually, as an investment. I bought the London Skyline architecture set. It was going for £32, down from 45. And I bought it, folks, just simply as an investment because they I'm not joking, they double in price when they retire, and that one's up for retirement. So
architectural ones go for a lot of money on the second-hand market, or even sealed.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you can build and sell it. I even bought what one was it? It wasn't Trafalgar Square. It was the other one, Buckingham Palace. My American friends like to call it Buckingham Palace.
I love Buckingham Palace. Probably one of my favourites that I own as well. It's such a nice little display one. It's quite cool, but God, I tell you, don't never do it never do an architecture set on a string, folks. It's boring as hell. It really is, honestly. They're intricate as hell. There's so many small pieces. They are, especially in Buckingham Palace. Fiddly as anything, they are. Fiddly as anything, just like the Royals. Well, what about you, Cafe Con? Do you ever buy anything to invest anything, or do you just buy to build?
Yeah, I bought 3 of the Best Bin dual sets to invest.
Rub it in.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Stano, you've got one.
I've got one, but not 3 of them.
I still want one.
I need to unload them because they're coming back, so it's gonna depreciate the aftermarket value. But yeah, like I don't have too much. I guess because like when I first the first few months of coming back, I just wanted to get everything that I missed. So like the Scooby-Doo stuff and like older Harry Potter. But yeah, certainly now I want to start getting more to invest in like the modulars and stuff.
I would think. I mean, have they said how long that the Best Bin dual set's going to be out for? I bet that's only going to be like this is going to be it, the last chance, and that's going to be it.
Well, also the minifigure for Luke is in the next
and leave it out until whenever. So I can't see that because it was supposed to be a Comic-Con exclusive, wasn't it? So
celebration, yeah.
And also the Best Bin Luke minifigure is going to be in one of the Lego magazines.
Yeah.
So
November.
lose its rarity.
Right.
Yeah, but they could quite easily do what they've done with the Boba Fett and just change certain things on them.
True. They could remove like is it exclusive face or something?
I ain't got a clue. I don't know. I haven't opened mine up yet.
Like he's something different.
I think they put that figure. I think they're going to put that figure in the magazine solely because of the outcry of the Best Bin dual situation. Yeah. Which is surely it would just make more sense to like put the set back in production. I've also bought 3 and I've getting them shipped over to the UK this week.
Man, I'd love one.
It costs so much money to get 3 shipped over.
How much did it cost you to post it? Because I got something. I got 2 of those posted to me, and it cost me $40, which I thought was all right actually. In fact, all in, each Best Bin set ended up costing me exactly £50 each, which I thought was actually all right.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Shipping $40.
Yeah, $40. That was for a whole. That was a handful of poly bags and 2 Best Bin sets, and that's no lie because that came to me, and then I forwarded it on to Solo, and Solo got them, and Solo was £50 each, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, It was actually something like $98 something or other. It wasn't expensive.
That's so good. I think the guy that shipped mine has put some sort of ridiculous insurance on mine.
I think you come in Tek.
Oh my god! I'm gonna put it in the private chat because I'm actually scared at how much I paid on postage alone.
All right, put it in the private chat, and folks, look for my facial expressions.
God!
Holy!
Oh my God!
No way!
No way, Tek.
Mate,
that just
is
shipping
coming.
That's the thing. If that doesn't come on a golden like pillow with on a carrot or something, then
Was that just shipping, or is it the whole cost?
You're gonna have to tell them just to make that money back.
I know, that's what I mean. And now they're going to release a load more. I'm like,
I would expect Jesus himself to deliver those two for that price. That is,
like I said,
that is mad.
It's cheaper to get like an animal shipped or something.
That is just mad, though.
You know what the funny thing is? We're all sitting there going, "Oh wow!" And everyone else in the chats, especially people who's just jumped in. What the hell are they talking about?
That's too much, mate. Honestly,
I know.
Knock a zero off that, and then you're a bit more.
That's a bit better.
I think the guy ended up getting the person that sold him the shipping. He was telling me said, "Oh, if there's any problem with the order, do you want us just to like lose the product, or do you want it sent back?" And he was like, "Well, no, I want it sent back." I think that was why he put the insurance on. I'm like, I thought these were going to be investment sets, but I think I'm just going to have to sell them, and I'm going to keep one obviously for myself. And I think
I'll take one off your hands.
Not at the price I've got to recoup. I'm sure.
No, yeah, you got.
I think I'll sell them just to cover the 3. If I can sell the 2 for the price that I paid for the 3, I think I'd be really happy.
You're going to have to, but you shouldn't have paid that much.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh, mate.
That or he's absolutely my mate has stung me, but it would be,
really.
I'm really interested to see because I had no intention of selling straight away, but because they've released those other ones, like I'm now thinking, oh, do I? Don't I? It's still a set that you can't get in England that easily, but
see, that's quite a good price, I say.
Yeah, that's a really good price. Well, that's
Solo. Can they? Is it still on these? Is it still on Lego's website? Because I was actually going to buy a couple more, but I couldn't.
I don't think it's on the UK one. Hang on a second. Let me have a little bit.
Yeah, I'll look on the US one because I tried to buy a couple more and they wasn't accepting my American Express, so I wasn't particularly happy about that, folks.
No, I'll look at my laptop. Hang on a second.
You check it out, Solo. So Tyrone Shadwell, good question, Tyrone. Thank you for your question, mate. He says, question for the panel. Do you have a budget every month, week, etc., to spend on Lego? Sorry for saying etc., folks. I never normally say it, but it's there, etc., to spend on Lego, or is it when you see it, when you buy it? Okay, I'm going to throw that question, first of all, at Titanium. Titanium, are you still there? There he is. Oh, my God. He's like a flash. Titanium, tell us what do you budget? Because we're all different backgrounds, we're all different folks. Do you budget, or do you just buy on impulse?
I usually budget. Usually I'll budget for when a wave comes out, and when the wave comes out, I'll buy a lot more sets than usual. And then over time, I'll just get a few more. Occasionally I impulse buy, not usually anything big, but occasionally I'll do an impulse buy. But usually I try and buy most of my stuff around when stuff is getting released, and then just kind of move forward from there.
Well, I like your style. Quite different to mine. Let's move down to the lovely Cafe Con. Cafe Con. What's your style of buying things?
So I've made a budget. I don't always stick to it. So that's certainly the problem, but I'm getting better now. Because I have to kind of split the collecting budget between Lego and comics as well.
Comics, yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know. It's a lot harder for me to sell my comics than it is for me to sell my Lego.
Oh, really?
So kind of like recuperate. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
I thought comics would be easy because they're cheap postage for those because they're light.
Yeah. It's easy to like actually sell them, but like the emotional attachment.
The emotional. I see what you mean. Yeah. Emotional
Cafe Con.
I've got to be honest, folks. I'm completely with Cafe Con on this. I was actually distraught when I was 18. I was actually, for the first time, it was the first time I'd ever felt this particular this feeling that I had, and it was the feeling of being distraught, like almost someone had passed away that I loved, and that was because when I was a kid, folks, I used to collect first edition comics, right? And there was my favorite comic of all time was The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller. And I had a couple of first editions. Anyway, I put them down in my cellar, didn't I? And the bloody cellar flooded. And it absolutely destroyed and decimated them. So I was distraught. I was beside myself. Anyway, then I wound my neck in and got a grip of my life again. But, I was just like, oh my God. So I know exactly what you mean, Cafe Con. And I think the last big wave of comics I collected the whole of the New 52. And then that was it. Since then, I've bought the odd, and there's a fantastic, and it's just around the corner, folks. It's honestly, it's a 2-minute walk from Leicester Square Lego store. And that is, it's a comic store called Orbital or Orbit Comics. And honestly, folks, it's phenomenal. And I tell you what makes for a great afternoon in London. You go to Leicester Square, right? Grab yourself a McDonald's, then you nip into the Lego store, then you go and watch a movie in Soho, and then you walk down the road to the comic store, buy some comics, and then you go to Forbidden Planet. And that is a fantastic afternoon to have in London, folks. It really
Forbidden Planet. Oh my God, that's so amazing.
I love it.
I lose myself every time I go in there. It's such an amazing.
Well, Solo, so tell us about your budgeting technique, my friend. Tell us a little bit about your budgeting technique.
I'm surprisingly picky. So, like the Razor Crest, money spent. That's bosh. That's already gone. Like the 8080, money spent. That's done. You probably say I'm quite picky. I like when we were talking about, like if I saw the Pose X-Wing that came out last year. Being a Star Wars fan, that should be like easy. That's mine. Buy it, done. But no, I can't look at things, and I've got to like the picture before I buy it. But like the helmets, despite people saying like, oh, the Stormtrooper look rubbish, I've already spent that money in my head. It's like those three are mine.
It was good. It was good though. The Stormtrooper's very good.
All of them, all three of them, they were really, really good. So I'm a bit picky, but when it comes to Lego idea sets, generally I'm like, that's already sold. That you sold that in my head, done. The only one that hasn't done it for me so far is the piano. As good as that looks, as good as it looks,
it does. It looks amazing.
I just can't. There's just something about it that it's just kind of made me go, yeah, no. I can't.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
in the flesh, that piano is big.
Oh yeah. When I was over at Leicester Square a couple of days ago, I thought I'd just pop in there, just have a little look, and it is. I was like, Jesus, that thing is big. But at the same time, I'm still like, even seeing it in the flesh, I'm still kind of like, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because obviously I'm not musical at heart, so maybe it just doesn't communicate with me on that kind of level. I don't know. Yeah, but other than that, I pick and choose my fights, especially even more now, being that I'm moving house. But yeah, that's the way I do things.
So, just out of interest, did you get your lightsaber from Leicester Square?
No, sold out.
No way. They had load in there like until a couple of days ago.
Yeah, no, I popped in there. I was in there on Tuesday. I asked the lovely young lady behind the counter. Sod off Tek. And I said to her, have you got any lightsabers in stock? The Yoda's lightsaber. And she said, yeah, but it only purchases with the Mos Eisley Cantina. I was like, that's fine. I'll buy the Mos Eisley Cantina now. Have you got it in stock? Have you got lightsabers? She says, well, no. Right, no. I was looking for
that's a shame. I got to say, folks. So I put this photograph on Instagram the other day, and it was only I think I put it as a story or something like that, and it was about 9 lightsabers, Yoda hilts all together.
Yeah, I saw that.
The amount of people that messaged me saying, "Are you selling those by any chance?" And you know, all I did was when I was there. That's why I had to come out later on. I think it was the next day. I came out and said, "Look, just so everybody knows that I don't actually own these." I basically I went behind the counter. I said, the guy said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I just want to take a photograph of all these lightsabers because no one else will probably have that photograph." And I took this shot and I put it out there, and I should have put a disclaimer on there saying I didn't own them, but no, that was it. I've only ever had one, folks, and I had it for about 2 minutes, and then I packed it away and posted it off.
And just give you an update on your Bespin Jewel, sort of Tech.
Yeah, you're lucky to get that.
In America, it's sold out as well. It's completely and utterly gone. Bosh.
Okay.
Job done. I've tried looking in other states for you as well, Greg, to see if they got it in store, but no. Just in case you want to try over there and go grab one.
Okay with that. The less that they produce of that, the easier it be to get that money back.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be looking on
chance.
I'll be looking on eBay for your Tech. So no, well, I've got your back covered, and it's kind of like varying. So you can buy it now for 150 quid, 180 quid. My God, there's one on here for £800. I think you haven't gone off there, mate. But it looks like you'd be able to sell one, and
what's sold listed?
Sell two, and you should be able to walk away with a nice little profit.
I don't know about profit, but yeah,
I think you might be pushing the profit there. Actually, is that at that price? Was that just the post and the packaging? Please tell me that was including the sets. That was just the
what? Oh my God! I thought that was all of it.
I just assumed, probably like everyone else here, that was all included.
I think Tech, for the love of God, next time you want to get something from America, give me a shout.
God,
that is mad.
That is, mate. I just felt my heart skip a beat, literally. Then
I would lose those if I was you, Tech. I'd be praying that you lose those.
I'm gonna need to message a guy.
Yeah, I think you do.
I mean, I'm just trying to work it out. You would have to sell. So I'm assuming you paid like 50 quid each for those, yeah?
It's retail for the 3 sets.
So then you got to add that price on top of that.
So it's I think it worked out to like £32 for the set with a conversion that I got.
Yeah. So you would have to sell that just to make a bit of money back, just from the postage alone. You would have to sell that.
Well, you live and learn. Come on, you live and learn.
Yeah,
you do.
It's a cool story.
I mean, to be fair, Tech, you know, you could be lucky. Hang on a second, let me just pop that on for you. There you go. You know, so you could get lucky.
I think I'm going to sit on it. I think despite the limited release, I think I've got it now. I've spent the money. I'm going to enjoy the one I've got, and hopefully it shoots up in the future.
I do agree with you there, Tech, because I mean, at the end of the day, it is going to be a limited release. So despite the prices are going to go down now, the prices are going to drop down now. But I mean, like, I just had a look, and it's not even giving you an option now to even do a pre-order, a pre-buy, or anything else like that.
Yeah, there's no back order. It's sold out over.
Yeah, so it's only going to go up in price. I reckon that this is it. It's going to be a limited release. They've obviously just gone, well, we've got a couple more left back in stock somewhere, and just bosh, there we go. That is it. So yeah, hold on to them for a couple of years. You know,
I will be Brickso. I know you said you was after one, but I will be eBaying one after I've reviewed it, because I got a viewer of London Bridge Bricks actually posted one to me, free, by the way. It didn't cost me anything, and I could have kept it, but we just kind of came to a gentleman's agreement that I would give it to put it on eBay, sell it, and then give that money to charity, Fairy Bricks. So there is, and I'm not going to say buy it now price and blah blah blah. I'm just going to put it on there as an auction, starting at 20 quid or something like that.
See how far it goes.
See how far it goes. Yeah.
Land of the Sweets has asked, what is the best Lego deal or sell you have got for a set?
Oh, that's easy. I'm going to go and get it. Just bear me a second, and I'll be straight back.
We'll be right back after these commercials. Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, wait.
That Raid Challenge app is so annoying.
I hate that advert. I really hate that advert.
The Lego Brickhead, the whole £4.50 is a brand new. No, I could do a better one than that. Let me just go and grab it, and I'll be back
We'll go around the panel then. Matt, what was your best Lego deal?
It was monorail set. I'm not going to disclose the price. It was a really good price.
Yeah.
Like, it's, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. CC, what about you?
I'm trying to think. I know I've gotten some good deals, but I think like the one that I can clearly remember is the Poe Dameron's X-wing. I got it for 30 sealed. Woman
That's a good
got it for
price.
her nephew. Said that he didn't like Lego, so
Nice. That's really
Buy it. That's an incredible deal. That really is.
Rico? What you got?
I'm having a fair few decent deals. Some of the best ones, like I got the Destiny's Bounty the Lego Ninjago movie one for retail this year. It was like when it's worth like 200 now.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
I got that for 50
Yeah.
quid. That's a good deal. Oh,
I think DCS Slave 1, I got that for just I think 190, which is only 10 above retail, and it goes for like 250 now roughly.
Yeah.
And then probably my best is the big crane I showed earlier, the red one. And I got that for 140, and it's 280 normally in retail. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. So I got this the other day. I paid £1 for it, folks. £1 for this set.
A pound. Damn.
So I'm just keeping it real with the cheaper sets, folks. But this, I paid £1 for it. And I'll tell you what, I got it from Argos. They were doing it for like something like £3.50, down from £10, right? But because I bought a few things from them recently and said I wasn't that particularly interested in getting it like next day delivery because I'm a Prime user, they give you £1 off. And I accumulated a few quid, so I ended up paying this free postage, folks, for £1. And I thought that was a good deal.
Very nice.
And it's got an owl in it. Look, it's like the poor man's Hedwig.
I think that was one of the ones that Brick Clicker ended up getting for like 90% off in Asda. Or no, maybe I got that wrong. Maybe
That was a
that
Batman one.
when he got
Yeah,
high.
you
Yeah.
got a Batman set for 90p.
Yeah, I tell you what is good. I got that cheap. I got that for about £9. The Batmobile, the recent one of that was good. That's a brilliant set.
wow.
I love that.
Yeah, Brick guy like the juniors Batman with Riddler for 90p.
And the Technic Tractor, I think.
I was just trying to work out in my head. I recently done a Lego haul a couple of weeks ago, and I think working it out, because I can't remember those sets I had. You've seen what I bought on that one, haven't you, Greg? It was when I had all those sets from that matey from the car boot.
Yeah, I still have nightmares about that particular Lego haul video.
Yeah,
That was brilliant,
I
though.
think all of that was like 20, 30 quid. I think it was. I can't remember how much I paid now. I've got to look back on the Lego haul, but
You got a great deal.
because the Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter, I think when you work it out, only cost me like 35p. So
Yeah, that is mad deal.
box. Yeah, when you work it out, it was like all of that, which is like for 20 quid. It's like
You even got a Firefest ATRT in it as well. That
yeah, it was
lucky to find that.
I tell you, Land of Sweet. I tell you what, Land of Sweet. You want to convert that to pounds? Believe me, having horses is a very expensive hobby.
I know that one.
But good though. It's good fun. Except for clearing it all out, of course. But yeah, nice. Yeah, you think $800? How much you could spend on that? Yeah. But
The
yeah,
ATDP, to Carv's just asking, I can't find this deal on the ATDP anywhere. Well, that's a retired set.
yeah, I was going to say ATDP. Didn't you? Have you seen the pictures of that over to Coco?
Nah, so as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to take some photos of it and send it over. Because
Yeah, he said
Have you got it to hand? Because I don't know what they look like.
so the ATDP is the one with the big long legs. It's from the Rebels TV show. The ATP.
It's got like body eyes on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know the one. Yeah.
It's got the yellow detailing on it.
The one that I got sent over to Coco is the ATPT. I think they call it. It's like the big walker.
Kitty.
88p, isn't it?
That's the ATP. That's it.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
I've got a solo brick builder style Lego rant because of
Go
that.
for it.
I was
Okay, don't swear. Just don't swear. Don't swear. This isn't like an obscene version of The Boys. It's He's not Butcher. Old Solo down there thinks he's Butcher. You know?
Or is it in the Kingsman films?
I'm only
I,
joking. I'm only having a laugh.
I ordered. They were sold out for ages on Lego, and then when they did the Hot Rod promo, they did double VIP points online, and it said you could back order them, and so I got 2 of them because I've got one of the old ones, and I really wanted the Commander Gree figure, and so I ordered 2 of them, and I finally got an email this week saying, I emailed Lego saying, is this like, because it was meant to be like back ordered, shipped out in like July, and they were like, oh yeah, no, this is a retired set now. This is like, you're not getting that. And I was like, oh, great.
That is just annoying.
So that was frustrating.
You've just reminded me, actually, Tek. I tell you what, I have got back on order, or back on back order, I should say, folks, is the Wonder Woman set. That hasn't been cancelled. That particular order of mine. It's just on back order.
That's really weird.
I've got an account in America. That's all it is. All my family are American, which is why I can get American stuff.
Oh, you're on about the of course, yeah. Sorry.
So
that Comic Con one.
Yeah, the Comic Con one. Yeah, it hasn't been cancelled. It says it's being processed.
Okay. Yeah, because it's not supposed to release until October.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's why. Oh, fingers crossed, I might get one.
If you didn't get an email, you should get one, because I tried to order one and I got an email like an hour or 2 later, saying that it was sold out.
Oh wow, yeah, because I only ordered one. I think you could only do it one at a time. And the funny thing is, Catholic, I didn't even do it straight away. It was only because I was getting the Bespin set, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try and order that as well. And it just lucky, I suppose. It's weird. It's random sometimes how they do it. But what happens is I send them all to my brother's house, who lives in Boston. And then he saves up, and then I get to send it all over to me in one big lump. But it's basically just in case I can't get what I want to get a hold of. That's all it is. But I won't be spending that sort of money on postage, I tell you. I said, for that amount of money, Tek, you could have got in a plane and come over and got it.
Do you know what? I thought that. I was like, I could have had a long weekend there. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, you live and learn, mate. You live and learn. Anyway,
one way or the other, you'll make your money back on it. At some time.
You won't lose.
I've still got some really good sets in my investment selection that I think because I'm not running it as a business, but I'm logging it as if I was running a business. So I just want to keep track of it because I'm not doing it I'm not going to sell anything anytime soon. I don't think. I'm just kind of building up unless there's like a really big spike in something that I've got, but I haven't got loads of stuff. But I'm going to sit on it for a while because I think that's when you get the best results, obviously. I just want to keep track of it because in like 2, 3, 4 years, I'm not going to remember what I paid for it.
No.
I'll remember what I paid for postage for that, and that's for sure.
But another man who loves a spreadsheet.
Mate, it keeps you organised. So I think even if I don't make money on this one necessarily, I could hopefully make it up elsewhere.
Yeah. Well, you will. I tell you one thing, folks. You'll never lose money on Lego. You really won't. Well, you might lose a little bit, but you won't lose a lot. Put it that way. Postage is all the thing. But I tell you what, I got a question for the panel. I'm going to start with you, Titanium. Are you there, Titanium?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I can never tell. It's like looking at someone with dead eyes. It is. Here's the question, right? If I can remember what the question is, folks. Do you keep a catalogue of all the sets you've got and how much you paid for them? First question to you, Titanium.
I use Brickset.
Okay, yeah.
Track, but I don't keep track of how much I paid for most of them. It's usually just retail.
Okay, all right, I see. That's cool. What about you, Matt?
I use Rebrickable just to keep track of parts and things like that, just because, I go through and I'll get instructions for sets that I like, which I haven't bought. But if I've got enough bits for it, then that helps me with that. In terms of then keeping track of what I've actually paid for it, no, not really. And then, because, unless it's something like the 1989 Batmobile or something like that, I just look at stuff and it's like, my general golden rule is I'm not paying retail for anything. So usually get things secondhand or, when there's significant discounts on. So
yeah, I don't blame you. Solo, do you keep some sort of catalogue of what you've bought and what you've sold it for, even, and more importantly, how much you pay for it and all that kind of stuff?
I never count the cost. If I do,
You
I might have a heart attack. No, I never used to. No, I still don't. Half the stuff I don't even realise I even bought, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of go up there and like, when the hell did I even went up in the loft and I've got a friend set. It's like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah.
When did I buy that? And I've got a friend set. It's a boat. It's like, all right, okay. No, I don't keep any track. The only way I keep track of what I sold is if eBay gives me an invoice. I'm like, right, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Cafe Con, do you keep a spreadsheet of what you've got and stuff?
No, I don't. I think as like we move out of the apartment into a house, and I can I guess buy more for investing. I'll definitely keep track of that because that's what I do with my comics.
Yeah.
But yeah, not yet with Lego.
Okay, interesting.
My missus is writing down how many sets I've actually got, though. I will put that down.
I think you should. I tell you what, as well, take photographs of all the sets because your insurance company won't believe you. That's for sure.
No one will believe it.
And I tell you what, I mean, I'm not joking. I've spent hundreds just on poly bags in the last couple of months. It's ridiculous. You forget things that you've bought. You genuinely do. And that's the scary thing. You look back on it, and it really totals up quickly. Tek, so what's your method then?
I like to, when I'm sat here in my room and I've got some paper in front of me, or I've got it written down. Like, I've recently created a list of all the sets that are going to be retiring in the next sort of 8 months, or like by Christmas, and then like early next year. And I've got a price next to them as to what I'd be happy to pay, and it's going to be the way retail usually. But I just kind of forget that whenever I walk into a store, and I just like, oh, that's cool. That's like got a £1 off. Yeah, I'll take that.
That's what I do.
It's like, so that's one thing that I am working for personal collection. I'd be scared. I'd be mortified to like track what I've been spending since I've gone back into Lego. But investing purposes, I do. But going forward, I'm really trying to make it a priority not to buy the new stuff and focus on getting the stuff that's close to retirement. There's still quite a few of the hidden side sets that I want.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, getting the Disney Castle was a big one this year. I've been lucky enough to have been treated to the Millennium Falcon for Christmas. So I'll be getting that.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
That is pretty awesome. That's
Yeah.
Christmas gift ever.
I know what's going to happen, right? When it comes to the day that they say that is retiring, I'm going to have to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to get. I think that's going to be the thing. It's going to get even an inkling of a rumor, and it's just going to be gone.
There was a rumor of that a couple of weeks ago on that one.
Well, the last one was available for 3 years, and this one at the end of this year will be 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. And the way that Lego are producing the UCS sets for Star Wars, anything longer than 3 years to me does seem silly, because they are turning around so many. I know it's so iconic, and I know the Death Star is a different case, but I can't see them having it out for much longer. And I would have liked to have got maybe one for an investment purposes, because I think, like I said, the day that actually retires, that's going to.
I did it last night with the trainers. 5 to midnight, I'm like, yeah, sorry, got to have them.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen. At least I say I tried. But
they're already selling for like £150 or like £170 or something.
I'm not even going to wear them. I'm just going to have them on in the background. That's all.
I mean, who would wear those shoes?
They look horrible. They look horrific. They do.
Yeah, you don't want to wear those.
Come on, Greg. They come with 5 different colours of laces. Come on, there's got to be a colour that you like.
No, it's like the Levi's as well. Like, there's not.
Oh, I don't
I
like
find it
that.
so funny with those sneaker ones that they're so bad that when they do the advertising for it, what they do is they get the sneaker and they bury it in red bricks all around it, so it disguises just how horrible the colors are.
Cafe Con, what do you reckon about these sneakers, or as we call them over here in England, trainers, Matt?
Well, at first I wasn't like too keen on it, but then like I started looking at the Levi stuff, and I was like, well, you can have a solid outfit going on here with the hoodie and get the fanny pack going across and stuff. And I was like, I just look like one of the Zoomers.
Don't go there, Greg. Don't go there.
Are you being sarcastic? I can't tell.
No, I'm being serious. Like my sister is more of the fashion one, and I showed them to her because she's a real sneakerhead, and she was like, yeah, they're pretty cool. You can do a lot with it. So I was gonna try to get them, but no luck for me.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I think they look like you've been beat, like your trainers have had a fight or with a rainbow or something, and it's gone horrible. I think they look terrible. But
I call the color scheme rainbow vomit.
Yeah, rainbow. That's probably the best way to describe it. Sorry, I've dropped a plate on the floor.
There's actually a couple of questions that's just fired through. They were a little while ago, but I thought I might just. I'll get the quickest one going through. So Doc just asked, Matt, how's the tumbler coming on?
Yeah, it's coming on well. It's just now starting to put on all these little plates and things. Which this is the stuff which I'm a little bit more not so much hesitant about it, but it just doesn't feel.
Not in the box.
Like it feels like once you're finished with it, like they'll be really easy to knock off and bang and start falling apart. So
I think the burning question for me, Matt, is what are your kids using for eating cereal in the morning for breakfast?
They're not having cereal at the moment. They're having pancakes or something.
Excellent. It does look really good. I'm loving the fact. I should have made this the Batmobile stream or something like that. We built with the tumbler. We've got the 1989 one. But it does look good, Matt. I've got to say, it does look really good. Did it make you want to go and build a big vehicle or something?
Yeah, it does get to that sort of point. It's like, oh, maybe this isn't too difficult.
That's a piece of mind, Matt.
Yeah, it's straightforward. I'm surprised Solo hasn't done 6 of them recently.
Yeah, Solo, you don't get many stickers on them, by the way.
Sorry, I just had to go sort out my daughter. Sorry.
I tell you one good thing. Here's the thing, Cafe Con, just talking about, just going back to Diagon Alley and Mos Eisley for a second, folks. They sound like a couple of old pubs, don't they? I'm just going down to Mos Eisley for a pint. This Mos Eisley's hardly got any stickers on it. Hardly any stickers whatsoever.
Good.
That's a selling point over Diagon Alley for sure.
Diagon Alley's got 4 sheets of stickers.
I've been watching Sarah's stream, and that looks like a lot of stickers in that Diagon Alley.
Yeah. I mean, some people are streaming them like crazy. You got Sarah there. I think Sarah's done a few streams on it.
She's doing that show. I think she's on. Actually, no, come to think of it, she's on the Mos Eisley at the moment. Actually,
Yeah, she's streaming Mos Eisley. I think she completed Diagon Alley.
Yeah, but what's his name? Craggle. He's done about 9 streams or something like that.
He's eking that out. He's eking
that one out, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely milking that.
So, just to get on to the next question. So, Land of the Sweet. So, this is going to be for us Londoners. So, in a couple of years' time, so about 2 years' time, coronavirus, depending, I'm guessing, they're planning a trip to the UK with my parents. Any of you guys got any recommendations to see? Well, just go visit London. There's a lot there to see.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I've been doing nice places, tourist attractions. So check out my channel.
That's it. Matt's the
guy. That was a selfless plug.
That's a plug, Matt. Oh.
Seamless. That was Matt. Absolutely seamless. I love that.
That was smooth, though. Really smooth.
To be fair, I was kind of waiting for that.
But in fairness to Matt, you can't find better videos if you are looking at if you are umming and ahhing to go somewhere. Matt's videos are really, really good, especially at the moment. Like all things considering, Matt's getting about in all the tourist attractions, so it's definitely worth going and checking that out.
Videos are really good.
Just to say, Doc is off as well.
See you later, Doc.
Yeah, bye, Doc. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah, have a good one.
Take care, Doc. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully, I'll see you around on tomorrow's stream. I'll be streaming in the morning, or practically your morning anyway. and in the evening as well. So that's be cool. What is it? How long will we be streaming for? I mean, it's nearly 3 hours. I'm determined to finish this stand. I'm nearly done it, folks. I'm nearly done it. I'm nearly there.
Going back to the question, going back to the stickers. I think I asked this on the Ask M&R. I left it in the comments, but it'd be interesting to know your guys' thoughts. How many years away do you think we are from Lego completely stopping using stickers and just using prints?
Far from it. Far from it. Couple of decades.
Will they ever?
Well, like that was my initial thought, Matt, and I think when you think about it but if you go back, and I think we are donkey's years away from it, but if you go back, minifigures used to have stickers.
Did they?
And that, some of the old minifigures used to have stickers on. I think there was the football ones had stickers on them.
The original firefighters and policemen, and originally they were stickers.
Yeah, so when you think of it like that, like imagine putting a sticker on a minifigure now, there would be outcry.
You'd laugh.
Yeah, and there is only so far I think you can go with stickers, to the point where like there's only so, I don't know what I'm trying to say by this, but like Lego is small enough that you can only fit so much detail on whatever given piece or plate or something, and I think you are limited by some of the stickers. So I think it'd be interesting to see, because some of the prints they're coming out with now are amazing.
I think it's an interesting one, because I think without knowing the economics of printing versus stickers, it's a bit of a challenging one. But I think this is the sort of thing, minifigures aside, apart from the fact that there's 7 billion of the things now, it's the sort of thing like if you have your standard Humbrol 2x2 brick or whatever it is, you can basically with a sticker relatively easily make that into pretty much anything you want.
Yeah.
When you're doing with a print, again, it's going to come down to a cost thing. I think that's going to be a more expensive proposition to achieve the same effect.
Yeah.
So that would be the sort of, again, without knowing the actual deep dive economics on it.
Yeah, that was my first thought is, as soon as they figure out a cheaper way to do it, then I'm sure they'll move towards that, because it just increases the quality and makes it last longer. And I'm sure like they don't like getting requests 5 years later for the chance that they might have old sticker sheets.
And one on my gunship, I had to take those off because they were so frail and just horrible. Gunship looks odd without the stickers on it. And,
right. And I'm wondering if like obviously they're cracking down on Lepin and Asian knockoffs and stuff like for their own profit. But I think I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of cheaper warehouse costs and machinery costs and of course, unfortunately, labor. So I think with them cracking down on the counterfeits, it'll open doors for them to feel more comfortable to have more manufacturing over there, hopefully opening doors for more prints.
Yeah, because you like look at all the juniors sets, 100% prints, and there's some really intricate prints that like if you, just off the top of my head I think of the cars, the Disney cars, there are some really awesome molds, and the prints to go along with them they're really, really cool. I think I've got all of the Toy Story sets bar one now, the Toy Story 4 sets. Wow. Prints, and they're really, really nice, and it makes the set, well, for me personally, it makes the set so much more enjoyable. Just like turning it over, it's almost like a bit of a, not a blind bag, but you get that excitement of like, oh, this looks really cool, and you don't have to worry about the faff of like, I built the Ferrari Speed Champions the other day, or a couple of weeks ago, and like Speed Champion set, as far as stickers go, that one's great. But even then, I did message Lego, and they sent me a new sticker sheet because there were a couple of them that wasn't right. And those Speed Champion sets display so well, but if the stickers are off, then it's just like, really?
I had to do it with the UCSA wing. I messed up the canopy stickers on that. I had to get a new set.
Yeah,
mine came with two. That was weird. Mine came with two.
They were meant to,
Oh.
weren't they?
Mine came with 2 of the main sticker sheet, but not the canopy ones.
Yeah, they were supposed to supply with 2 canopy stickers, but for some reason they supplied. I think you had 2 sticker sheets, didn't you? But they were 2 of the main sticker sheets, the same as me
Yeah.
as well. They
Yeah.
sort of like kind of messed up on that one.
And then when they sent me the canopy stickers, they also sent me another set of the main ones. So I have 2 extra sets of the main stickers of the A-wing.
See, me personally, I don't mind like the stickers. It doesn't really worry me. But I think me and Greg are on the same kind of like wavelength. It's like when you get the canopy piece, like the A-wing, it's kind of like it's a massive pain. But then when you get a £110 set like the Razor Crest behind me here, it's kind of like, well, why couldn't you do that with an A-wing? Yeah, it just makes it look that much more nicer if it's printed.
Yeah,
it really does. But
I like the A-wing, but I actually think the Razor Crest is a really good ship.
It is a really good ship. It really is. It's really good. To be honest, it doesn't bother me if it may. I mean, I know I obviously like see it, like listen to M&I and a load of other people talk about. They should make it into a UCS set. To be honest, if they make it into a UCS set, it'll be bigger than the bloody Millennium Falcon. And I don't see them ever making it into a into a UCS set. And to be honest, I really don't want them to. I'm really happy with what I've got.
Yeah, they're good. And if you want a big one,
I think that we'll get one in a couple of years, maybe, because they've got this lull. But
I think you look at a lot of the ships that they've been doing in UCS scale. It's like super iconic stuff.
Yeah,
Razor Crest will take a while to become iconic.
Yeah, we can hardly get a prequels UCS set. I don't hold any hope for getting a Razor Crest one anytime.
No, we haven't got any from TV shows.
Yeah, and like it will be interesting to see, because they've not done many prequel sets, when do they start tapping into the sequels? Because notoriously not as popular, some would argue.
But the thing is, I mean, what could they do for the sequel stuff?
Most sets are just rebranded.
It's going to be, it's another UCS TIE Fighter, X-Wing.
Y-Wing as well.
Yeah,
Resistance Y-Wing.
It's more or less just a slightly different engine shape.
I mean, they could do Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter.
Yeah, any of those.
But nothing else other than that, really. They could do a First Order Star Destroyer.
I think that's the problem. They're just not particularly exciting. They're just kind of like slight modernisation of what we've already got. I think
the prequels have good ship design, though.
I was just going to say. I think like the prequel stuff has definitely got more uniqueness to it.
The gunship is definitely
Torrent fighter. You've got the gunship and all that. Well, we're getting the gunship anyway, but more unique stuff about it than just not redesigns of an already existing ship. So, yeah, I don't know, but fingers crossed for the future. Hopefully, Lego will start tapping into the prequel stuff to get something a little bit more. But hopefully, maybe Lego might start. Lucasfilm might come up with something with the High Republic. They might come up with something a bit different. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because what is the Old Republic? I mean, they've got everything to do. They can do anything. They got a blank canvas.
Yeah, well, it's not
really.
They will
go with the
true. They've got most of it.
I don't know whether they have got a complete canvas, because obviously you got the Knights of the Old Republic video game, which is what a lot of Star Wars fans kind of hold in like high esteem in regards to like storytelling.
Yeah, I started playing the online one.
I think this is why Lucasfilm's probably stayed away from the from that kind of stuff, because I think they know if they'd done something like that, it would either copying it or change it, and then they're going to have another outcry again of going, it's this, you should have done it like this and all that. So I agree with a lot of people. 200 years is not far enough back. 500 years I could agree with, but at the same time, I'm kind of excited. Like, are we going to get Las Vegas? Are we going to get the resurrection of Yoda? Like his prequel years and all that kind of stuff. So there could be some really interesting things that Lego could, not Lego. God, I keep getting that. Lucasfilm could actually come up with here. They're in a very interesting position.
I hope they don't touch any of it. I hope they don't touch anything that would even remotely link to.
It's got it's going to link. It's only 200 years at the end of the day. It's
I know.
It's not.
I
a
know.
lot.
It's gonna have Yoda in it. Let's be honest, isn't it?
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
it's gonna have Baby Yoda. It's gonna be physical. Baby Yoda.
That's the only reason they've done it. It's for Yoda. That's simply it. Because basically, as soon as the Mandalorian came out, and everyone went, "Oh, what's that green thing?"
Yeah, surge popularity from Baby Yoda and Yoda.
It's a safe bet. They haven't gone back far enough, as far as I'm concerned.
To be honest, I'm calling this now, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I reckon this is all going to be a prequel to for Emperor Palpatine. This is all going to be set up for it.
Like Darth Plagueis.
Yeah.
I'd love that. That would be good, though. Kind of.
Yeah, you'll get Plagueis. You won't get Palpatine though, because Palpatine will be another.
No. I reckon I reckon it's going to be a six. Yeah, I'm only guessing it's going to be a 6-parter. I'm only guessing, but I reckon
The Mandalorian is basically a prequel to the Resistance and the First Order.
Yeah, this is in kind of like this is all in the turmoil stage now, isn't it? It's only like 4 years,
5 years after Episode 6.
Yeah, which kind of confuses me because I was watching a Star Wars Theory live stream and he brought up a very good point. It's like why doesn't the Mandalorian know anything about Jedi when this is only set 5 years after when a Jedi overthrew the Sith? How does he not know that the Jedi don't exist? Because it's not a lot of time. So you're kind of thinking, what is that? I know the galaxy is massive.
Yeah, but no, it is a lot of time because it's only Luke who's the only Jedi around them.
I mean, obviously, but then like the Last Jedi kind of built up as like the Jedi, Luke Skywalker is this mythological character.
But was that like? It wasn't like he was a poster boy, or like it wasn't like within universe. It wasn't like advertised or.
Well, that's the thing
because
not many people would know that Luke
everyone thinks it's even going into like the sequels and stuff. People keep saying, "Oh, we thought the Jedi," like Ray says, "Oh, the Jedi are myth," and things like that.
I mean, I get that because that's 45 years after the fall of the Empire. This is this is only 5 years. Even in consecutive, it's still only 10 years after the fall of the Republic, I think it is. Am I right or am I wrong? So, I think even after 10 years, there still must be rumors kind of going around that these Jedi still exist. But the Mandalorian completely going, well, who are these mythological creatures? That it's just things like that.
They're sorcerers, and they have their own. Don't forget, they had their own beef with the Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. He's a Mandalorian who are warriors against the Jedi.
That's what I like.
They fought against them.
I'd love to see.
They fought against them. So you would have.
I want to see that. Give me
that'd be a great film.
If we go back 200 years, we should see Mandalorians versus Jedi.
Well, the Mandalorian versus the Jedi is going right back to the Sith Wars because you had the Mandalorian blockades. That's all part of the old Republic wars. But I mean, that's all been resorted to legends now. So they might bring something forward to it.
I think if Disney had an ounce of a brain cell, it's proven every day that they don't seem to,
or lose one.
They wouldn't touch anything that's been. They need to create a completely new base of characters and set in time, because they've annoyed people by going like a few years ahead of, or like 30, 40 years ahead of the original trilogy. If they go back and start touching this stuff that's that's held in such high esteem by fans, they're only going to deter more people. And if the example of going into coming out of the Last Jedi and Solo tanking solely because a lot of the core Star Wars people didn't go and see Solo, like surely they've learned their lesson.
Well, you would think so. I think the biggest problem that the sequels actually have, and I think everyone on this panel would agree that's seen the films, and everyone in the chat, is that they just didn't think anything through. They just we've got the license for the films, right? We've got to get a film out as quickly as possible. Write a script.
It was very much designed by committee, and the studio came in, and they didn't know whether they were coming or going, and it shows, and so the story suffers, and everybody's still like, well, it's not because we're holding on to the old stuff and we're not seeing sense and all the rest of it. You just didn't make a good film. Like,
No, I mean, they played it really safe with The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi was just...
I can kind of forgive them for playing it safe with The Force Awakens.
Yeah, it is kind of fair. It's the first film.
I almost let that go, but then kind of going into The Last Jedi, just kind of going, well, we'll throw that script out the window. Don't worry about that. We don't need any planning. And then going into The Rise of Skywalker again with no planning. And even Daisy Ridley herself has like come out and said, well, I was supposed to be Kenobi's daughter. Then all of a sudden I was this. Then I was that. It's like, you should have known it. They should have known this from the beginning. They should have gone, all right, we've got all this from The Force Awakens. Right, we've set all this up. Now we've got to kind of play on it. But they just didn't. They just went, there we go.
You make your own film. Go for it.
And that's what pissed a lot of people off. It really annoyed a lot of people. It's like, you should have thought this through. And I'm hoping now you've got 5 years now. Delay it if you have to. Just make a good film and make it coherent if you're going to make it lead into...
I liked quite a lot of the movie. There was loads of segments I liked of it, but it just wasn't...
I agree. I agree with you. There's a lot of segments in... I could take from all three films, of the trilogy ones anyway, I could take a lot of good things out of it, especially the special effects. It's like, wow.
I think one of, if not my most favorite Star Wars scene, and I don't really know why, but is in The Rise of Skywalker when Kylo Ren's flying in his TIE Whisper across the sand and Rey does the flip.
Yeah.
That is one of my... The sound
That is so
effect in
cool.
that and the way that is shot.
I think arguably out of modern day Star Wars films, like that, the sound effects, the special effects,
it's just phenomenal.
It blows the rest of the Star
Something for
Wars.
you there, Tek. Tek
Yeah,
alert.
I was
Tek
just
alert.
about to mention
Yeah,
that.
Tek's going to jump on that. He's off.
I'm off.
He's off. Bye. See you, Tek.
My summer 10.
How many are you buying?
Anyway, I think that's probably a good place. Having got that heads up with the 501st battle packs going for £22.50 at Hamleys. Oh, Brick Clicker, by the way, are you on Hot UK Deals? Because I'm sure there's someone called Brick Clicker with your icon on there. I saw that. Actually.
That's him, because I've done much the same. It's sort of like, is that you? It looks like you. And he's like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah, it looks like you, sounds like you, must be you.
One of the comments was I've got a podcast, blah, 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 blah. Because he went on there saying something about a deal, and then somebody then just started flaming him about it. And he's sort of like, oh, you know nothing about Lego. And it's like, yeah, okay.
Okay. Anyway, I think we'll start parking it here, folks, because we've got we've got 7 people to go through. We started with 9. Where the others gone? But yeah, I think we'll just start quickly going around people, because we've hit that 3-hour mark, folks. And at 3 hours, my batteries start wearing out, and the juice just goes like that.
You got back.
Anyway.
You're lucky.
Well, I'm going to be streaming all day tomorrow.
There you are. Yeah.
Hive. It's the London Hive show tomorrow, folks. So Titanium, is there anything coming up from you, my good friend, in the coming weeks or future? Or look at that.
I want to get a review out of this guy.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
Well, what's his name?
This
Rex.
Captain Rex.
Oh yeah.
I want to get a review out of him, but I've got to put my upcoming test forward first. But as soon as that's done, I'm going to try and film and edit and get a nice review out of this guy, because I think he's really cool.
Those prints do look crisp on that. That looks really nice.
Yeah, those decals are nice.
How much
Really
do you pay for a figure like that?
So normally he goes for about, I think, $42, but
Yeah, he's
I
about
got
that
him on
price.
sale. I got him on sale, $10 off for $32, and then shipping was about $4, so $36.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Decaled figures are quite expensive sometimes.
Yeah.
Even more than printed ones.
I must say, CC, you're looking very cozy there.
I wish I had a blanket I could just wrap myself around.
I'm getting all sleepy just looking at him.
Yeah.
It's winter. I don't know why the AC turned on.
Cool. Yeah. Well, actually, Matt, what's coming up from you? I mean, are there any more castles or any more tourist attractions left for you to go to?
I've still got a couple of those videos to put up, but seeing that we're just about to get all locked down and everything again, it almost seems a little bit pointless. But the main thing coming up from me is tomorrow, my usual You Say I Draw. It's going to be myself and actually having in Kevin Hinkle. So we'll do that, and it will be he's chosen sci-fi for the topic. So pop along to that. That is 8 p.m. London, 3 p.m. New York, and you'll have the two of us doing your suggestions on sci-fi topics.
Awesome. Oh, can I put in a thing for a Discovery? Usually a Discovery TV shows version of the Starship Enterprise. That would be mine if I was there. But there's a possibility I might be streaming just a bit into that one on Brick Hive's channel. But anyway, all will be revealed tomorrow, folks. But anyway, Matt, you go right late into the night. You go on to like blooming midnight. You do. I've been watching you recently.
Yeah, because this one's got a guest, it will be a tight 3 hours. Yeah, the last
okay.
Like 5.5. So
I've enjoyed it. 5.5 hours, blimey. When did 5 hours become the norm? I don't know. Back in the day, when I first started streaming, an hour was all people used to do. And then Brick Hive kind of set the tone of about 2 hours. And then now always seems to be about 3 hours seems to be the norm. But blimey, folks, I tell you what, it doesn't just happen, this thing. Things are planned. People come in beforehand. It's crazy, I tell you. The amount of time we spend on Lego, it's unnatural, is all I will say to that. Solo, 2 questions. Actually, no, just one. I'm just going to give you one question. When on earth are we going to get this blooming magazine of yours?
You have to wait a little while longer, unfortunately, because I haven't worked on it at all. I haven't done anything with it. It's stuck on my hard drive, just sitting there. Because last thing Sunday, I was about to start cracking on with it, and I was called out. So, and I've been out ever since, apart from when I came back Wednesday evening. Just about. So yeah, haven't worked on it, haven't touched it, haven't done a damn bloody thing with it. So unfortunately it's been put to one side, unfortunately. Unfortunately life has physically taken over for me on that one. As much as I really want to get it out there, I really want people's opinion on it, and and people just generally have a laugh with it. That's ultimately what it's about. But yeah, just haven't had the time to get it done. So I haven't even got a video out this week. I haven't done anything. So
that's weird, mate.
Yeah, I and the thing is, though, that's the most important thing. I've got 5 videos in editorial stage, just waiting to be edited on, and I just haven't done it. Just haven't had the time. So there are videos coming, but the only thing that I can say that is 50-50 chance of happening is a Wednesday stream. That's about it.
Never tell me the odds, kid.
I will be working on something tomorrow, just so I can get something out there for this week, just so I can get out there. It's more or less because it's one that's near enough closer, easier to edit. It's going to be the comparison, the 501st Battle Pack and the 501st Walker, because it's pretty much already there. I just need to just chop it up and put it all together, so to speak. So yeah.
Do a speed build or something. That's what I do. In time of crisis, like I've got a week off coming up. And God knows what I'm going to do for that, but I've got a couple of speed builds sitting in the background. I'll just throw them out. But
the thing is, that's the thing. I've had no speed builds kind of like done. It's just mostly just like over voice kind of thing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there are stuff there. I've even got a lighting I've even got a like pre-editorial lighting up a set. There is stuff there. It's just finding the time to do it all in. So,
yeah. Well, it's your turn to do 2x2 next, so you can take some holiday.
Yeah, I need to take a holiday. I'm running on fumes.
Literally. You've been on furlough for God knows how long, man.
Right?
You've had 4 months off this year.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, yeah, that's it. I didn't take too much advantage of that. But all the good sets are coming out now.
Yeah. So. Oh, there you go. The blooming virus didn't even get that right. But anyway, enough of you, Solo.
Come on.
Cafe Con Lego. You look so lovely, and I don't know, really. I'm looking at you, and I'm getting sleepy. Just look at you, thinking, I want to go and get my dressing gown on or something like that.
Snug as a bug in a rug. Is that the phrase?
Snug as a bug in a rug. I love that phrase. Honestly, it's one of the finest phrases out there, folks. It really is. And one of the finest Lego YouTubers out there is, of course, Cafe Con Lego. So what's coming up from you soon, Cafe Con Lego?
Well, I will be doing a stream on Sunday, and then also hopefully this weekend I'll get out a reaction video to the meme contest that happened on the Lego subreddit. So that's in editing, and yeah, so just gotta chop it all up and add a little finesse and throw it up.
Finesse, I like that. Good for it. I like it. I like the American take on that. I might use that tomorrow. So Tek Productions, what's coming up from you in the next few weeks, my friend? You're going to be on with me tomorrow, and so is Solo, and I think Titanium might even be in there as well at some point. If I've got around to asking him yet. What's coming up from you, Tek?
Okay, so I actually released a video earlier today. It's a bit of a call for help for the UK people. I'm in the market for a project in December, a Disney Lego project, but I have been collecting these Disney bottles.
All right.
With the alphabet on them, and I need one more letter, and that letter is U. So if anyone is in Tesco and they see one of these bottles that has the letter U on it, then please pick it up, and I will send you the money, and I will compensate you for your troubles. I really, and like I said, they're sold in Tesco. I think they're they're reduced to clear in most places that I've been, so I think they stopped producing them. So I really need that.
Money is no object.
Money is no object, and I've looked on all the eBay sellers. None of them have got the letter U, so that's a bit frustrating. But next week, I will be doing the next Speed Build Sunday challenge, so that'll be on Sunday. If you guys want to get involved, I know Bricks is going to take part. I think Solo's doing it, and I think Matt's going to join in as well. So that should be a lot of fun. There's a few more people going to do that. And as it's October, I don't know who originally coined this phrase, but Mocktober. I've got 4 really small, 3 Star Wars builds and 1 other mosaic that I've done. I'll be posting them all throughout the Mondays of Mocktober. So that's what's going on.
Just out of interest, right? Could you just not get like a letter N and just
there's loads of V's. So all else fails, I'll be getting Tek Productions. That doesn't sound too good, does it?
That's good. What about you, Brickso? Because you're taking a bit of a hiatus on this.
Yeah, I am. Back to school. I haven't uploaded. Let me check my videos in I think it's 3 weeks. No, almost 2 weeks. So the 9th.
Yeah, killing you, mate.
The 9th of September was the last time I uploaded. But yeah, I've been focusing on 2 things mostly, which is my schoolwork and my new sort of venture with Rise of the Brick sort of thing, this is technically going to be the first time I'm actually going to say it out loud to anyone. We are technically starting a sort of a Lego selling sort of business sort of thing. So we're going to sell a lot of the third-party custom items, decal sheets, figures and stuff. So yeah, I've been putting a lot of my time into doing some stuff with that. Pretty exciting, really, I think. And yeah.
What's the name of the venture?
It is called Bombard Bricks. I can try to link it in the chat to the Instagram page we've got for it. Actually, I'll just try to find it. But yeah, that's all really from me.
Cool. It's just me now. Everyone else has been, haven't they? Okay, yeah, coming up from London Bridge Bricks. So tomorrow from 2 p.m, boom, I'm going to be building this big bad boy with Brick Hive. Details of that can be found down in the description below. I'm not quite sure what's 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, that is EST USA time, folks. So Hive's going to be joining me for that. We're going to be doing 4 hours on my channel, and then we're just literally switching over straight away and doing however long it takes for us to finish it on his one. But I think it's probably about 4 hours just to build all those blooming minifigures. And then coming up next week, what we're going to have next week, I'm going to try and get the best bin review done. I must write that. I've got another magazine one coming up. I've got magazines coming out for years at the moment. I even went down to the store again today. There's another Ninjago one there, and I'm just like, I can't be bothered to do it. I can't do too many magazines, and I definitely won't be doing a popping poly bag anyway. But I'm going to be doing London calling next week, folks, from a slightly different destination, but all will be revealed later in the week. And I might be doing another stream next week at some point as well. maybe Tuesday, maybe Thursday. Not quite sure yet. It's all weather dependent. But again, all will be revealed later in the week. But as always, folks, thank you to my panel tonight, Titanium J52, Family Bricks, aka Matt Elder, Solo Brick Builder, Cafe Con Lego, Tek Productions, Brick Hive Studios. Do tune in to these folks. Honestly, they are absolutely brilliant. I love them to bits. That's why they're here. And all their details can be found in the description below. Don't forget to tune in to Family Bricks tomorrow night as well. And I just want to say thank you to everybody out there who's actually been tuning in and watching us tonight. We've got the likes of Lego Boy 88 Official. That's a long name, that is. The Lego Porg. I'm loving all your love for this channel, my friend. I really do appreciate it. BFAB's in the house, folks. Brother from another brick. Love his stuff. Done it last week. We've got the Brick Clicker as well. Do check out his channel for news. Do check out BFAB's channel for news as well. I think actually they're my two main news bods that I go to, actually. A Tease for Life, A Tease. You are wonderful, you really are. And everybody else who's been out there tonight as well. There's been loads of you tonight. Mr. Berry, he's always out there, he is. And of course, we've got a couple of newbies in there, Land of Sweet as well. So anyway, folks, look, thank you as always for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to London Bridge Bricks, then please do consider subscribing. And of course, at the very least, if you don't mind, if you like what you're watching with me and all this lovely panel that's out there, then please do just go ahead and give us a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, as always, folks, as always, keep your hands clean, stay safe and stay healthy. It's very important, especially in this day and age. And Lego is a wonderful thing. And so are you too. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon in Mos Eisley land. Take care now.